Mic check, mic check. Give me a one in the chat if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Yes, yes, family. Give me a one in the chat if you can hear me clearly. Make sure my audio sounding straight. Before me lick off, shot to them. Okay, I can hear myself on the phone, so that's what I always do. For those, you know what I mean, when you go live, go on your phone, and you can hear yourself and check just in case, you know what I mean, you ain't got nobody to really check for you outside the ones in the chat. I see the ones coming in. So peace to the righteous gods and goddess, righteous gods and Herodian goddess. I see you, family. Yeah, everybody get this thing popping. You know what I mean? You dig? Let me run. Before we get started, of course.
Bittersweet Herbals. What it tastes is bitter, but the results are sweet. Bittersweetherbals.com.
Run the rhythm.
Bittersweet Herbals. What it tastes is bitter, but the results are sweet. Bittersweetherbals.com.
Yes, family, make sure to get your bitters. You done know the order. You done know the order of how we do around these pods. 6 minutes in. Yeah. You see the topic? You see the topic? Shout out to the righteous God. So, you know what I mean? We got some good stuff coming up. Shout out to the righteous gods and Herodian goddess. Shout out to Sarnetta. I hit him up, I think it was early morning yesterday, about Malachi Maccabee having I think it's a debate now, a debate with Captain Tazariak, you know what I mean? You know, the God ran from me, you know what I mean? He got scared to take the debate, you know what I mean? Because before he erased that video when he would do his Car Chronicles, I caught a piece of it, and somebody was asking him why he ain't take the debate, because he was like, oh, the book's stupid, it don't make no sense. Basically coming up with excuses in order to get in the ring and handling your business. So when we put that into martial art terms, that's like saying he's a boxer and I'm a Muay Thai practitioner, and he goes, well, that style is stupid, it don't make no sense, I'm not going to fight him. In the arena of martial arts, you're going to be looked at as a sucker. You're going to be looked at as a nigga who's scared to fight because you're coming up with an excuse to try this man and his technique when you're a boxer. So I always put things in perspective and make it make sense. He ran from me when we was live on Sarnetta when Malachi Maccabee was breaking down the discrepancies of Paul. I was right there on the joint. And he called in to raise questions, and Malachi Maccabee chopped his ass up. So you ran from Selah Shalom, and you got your ass handed to you by Malachi Maccabee. So now you got to take the debate with Malachi Maccabee, and he going to run your ass to the dirt. Well, I'm telling y'all niggas. This shit gonna be an embarrassment for that boy. And then we're gonna rub it in how you ran from me on Sarnetta. See, I was polite last time. I ain't going there and talk my shit. I could have ran up there and raised saying like, boy, that boy Tazariak could run, and he ran. I could have talked my shit because I got the right to talk that shit because I ain't run. I ain't run from no goddamn body, to be honest. Every person who Sarnetta called me up to debate, I stood 10 toes down, and they ran. Every last one of them. He called me with Nepal. She wasn't on the phone, but he said, yo, man, all these brothers are scared to debate a woman, man. Would you debate Nepal? I said, set it up. He said, let me call you back because she's asleep right now. You know Cali time is. And he never called back. And next thing you know, she was debating Christina Nick. So I don't want to hear no excuses from nobody talking about Selah Shalom, nigga. My track record clean right now. Who else ran? Pastor Bennett. Sarnetta called me with him on the phone. He ran. He said, yo, I'm going to take some time out to see what the book about. He never came back. Sarnetta never came back to say, well, you know what? The brother, you know what I mean? He ain't going to take the debate. He ain't come back and say nothing. I'm like, well, good night. What's really going on? I'm like, what's really going on here? So Pastor Bennett, he ran. G-Con, he ran. See, that's the thing. We already had the flyer set up and promoting and debate when these niggas ran. We had the flyer for G-Con, he ran. We had the flyer for Tazariak, he ran. Huh? Pastor Bennett ran. Naftali ran. Yes, she ran too. We was all on the phone talking about setting a debate. We had a debate. We had the topic of the debate. About 3 days later, Sarnetta called me back and said, the debate is off. Not on my hand, not on my end. They want to judges. They want to do this. They want to do that. Nigga, I ain't complaining about shit. I said, nigga, when is the debate? All right, I'm going to see you in the ring that day. Niggas is calling back forfeit. So right now, goddamn it, I'm the king of this shit. When it comes to theology, I'm the king of this shit because all you niggas, your top scholars ran. Zion tried to take the bait and got his ass handed to him. Why you think Sarnetta ain't released the debate? If I got destroyed in that debate, Sarnetta would have been released that debate because that would have made Zion Lex look good. But I beat that boy up so bad he can't release that debate. We released it. Shout out to the whoever recorded it and they put it out. I ain't even put it out. Somebody else put it out. Malachi Maccabee did the slowdown, then I put it on my channel. And everybody who see that debate say hands down, I won that. Not only did I win that, the purpose of the debate was which book is better for our people, the Bible or the Owaspy. This nigga had 10 minutes, basically 30 minutes to prove that, and he only read 5 verses. Malachi Maccabee counted how many verses I pulled out, and I pulled out literally over 100 verses from the Owaspy to prove that the Owaspy is a better book. How can a nigga who pull out 100 verses compared to a nigga who pull out 5 win against that? Anybody who say that is a goddamn liar. You know what I mean? It's a goddamn liar, lying ass nigga. Like we say over here at Create a Gang. You know what one of our slogan is? We keep it real first and everything after. Everything after. We keep it real. We keep it 100. Told, 10 told. We do that first. And then everything after. You dig? See everybody chiming in. Conscious Flow, what's good? Sister Wise, what's good, family? Hey, yo, sis. I'm trying to put together a scene probably for Thursday evening. It's a night scene. I don't want to give up the goods on a live, but I'm gonna hit you in the chat a little. I'm gonna hit you in the text a little later on and give you a rundown about the scene. It's not a drawn out. It's not a big scene. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be a dope. You're gonna be able to bang your gun. I'll say that. You know what I mean? Shout out to Dreadful Cosmo, Yah, see you. Peace to the righteous God. Bugatti. That's a dope name, Bugatti. I see you, King. Who else in the chat? Deshaun, where you at? Yo, Deshaun, we got to get a part 2, yo. We got to go ahead and get a part 2. Dealing with the crystals, the astrology, the zodiac. You know what I mean? We need to get a part 2 of that. Matter of fact, I want to start doing some features. I want to feature some of my people, Creative Gang brothers and sisters. I want to do a presentation for some of y'all on the channel. So any one of the sisters, because we got some sisters who want to give a presentation, and it ain't got to be no deep shit. It could be about health. It could be, matter of fact, you can do a cooking presentation. It don't matter what it is. We just want to show that we got variety over here. You know what I'm saying? You did? Mahal, what's good, sister? I see you there. Mahal got that shiny skin, bro. When I be watching them live, her skin be shining. I'm like, sheesh. Glowing already. That spirit just penetrating through that skin. That light just penetrating. Just me. Where's the big man? Iman, where is it? You know how we do. Peace to the Iman. You know what I mean? Make sure to go to Iman. She be cooking up the good foods, cooking up the good cooks. You lucky I ain't staying in the state. I'll be over there eating a plate every single day. I probably wouldn't put on weight and all that. You know what I mean? Just me. Where's the big man? I'm hanging in the background. So yes, man. Messiah King. Messiah family. I move forward. But y'all see the topic though, right? Y'all see the topic. Now, coming back to Malachi Maccabee, peace and salute to the God. Peace to Cosmo Cal. Peace to Devil Cosmo, the 4 horsemen. Malachi Maccabee got a debate coming up. This is it when? Hold up. I don't think it's what's today? What's today? Tuesday. So it's next Wednesday. Malachi Maccabee got a debate coming up next Wednesday dealing with Paul. The debate is, I'm just giving them, this is not word for word, but the debate is going to be based off, did Paul teach contrary to the law? The law or Christ, one of the two. I said, this nigga actually took that debate? I said, boy. The sad thing about a lot of these cats is that they don't study their opponents, man. when Malachi Maccabee told Sinetta, we got a bear trap for Tazariak, niggas ain't playing. And when I'm talking about, it ain't gonna look good for you, bruh. It ain't gonna look good for you what Malachi Maccabee gonna bring out, because y'all niggas ain't versed like the brother. I'm an honest person. I call it how I see it, nigga. If I lose a debate, nigga, I'm gonna say, yeah, you got me on that, and I'm gonna show the pointers where you got me on that. I'm that honest. But a lot of these niggas ain't real. Like I said, we keep it real over here first and everything after. Ain't no fake shit over here. When you come with fake shit, we're gonna detect it. We're gonna pick up on it easy. I mean, you're gonna feel that distortion in the vortex. LaShonda, what you say, sister? And that's my sister right there. Beautiful sister right there, LaShonda. Shout out to LaShonda, man. She has a beautiful, beautiful spirit. Beautiful spirit. Peace to the husband, too, man. Hope he's doing good. We got Bronze Yogi. Bronze Yogi did an excellent build yesterday. Touching on the spirits, showing and proving that the spirits of the dead do live. And see, that's the crazy thing. We over here talking about spirituality and spirit, but then, you know, you start talking about spirits of the dead and ancestors, and you start thinking you spooky for that. I mean, when I was on Sinetta and I showed the ancestor, niggas was, oh, that's spooky. How was that spooky? Not only she is an ancestor, she one of your ancestors. She look like she just came out the plantation. That's your ancestor, and y'all niggas talking about she's spooky. This is why the ancestors ain't fucking with y'all. This is why the ancestors ain't talking to y'all, communicating with y'all, because y'all don't understand spirituality. Y'all don't understand the continuation of life after death. Y'all don't understand that the ancestors is right around you. Motherfuckers will be standing right here, right here. You can say that shit sounds spooky, but it's real. You just don't understand the science of spirituality. You niggas is caught up in the Osirian doctrine, and the Owaspy is so beautiful. It gives you 3,000-year arc cycles for the progression of the human race. So it came to time when this, in the 21st arc cycle, the Etherian god by the name of Osir, he came, and his whole duty, now this ain't the Osir of Egypt, but his whole duty was to lay down physical science and philosophy and natural law for man, because man was too spiritual. He wasn't understanding his environment. He wasn't understanding, what creates this? What creates that? How is this created? Well, what mineral is this? Man didn't know that at one time. And the purpose of Asal was to lay that knowledge down, to lay down physical science, to the point where man became so engulfed and so entrenched in the Osirian doctrine that they denied spirit. They thought everything was caused in the physical, and that's what that effect is still seen today. Yeah. All right, so now let me get ready to go ahead and get in this doc real quick. Yeah, Bron showed it last night. So that's what I was at. The ancestors, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? You got niggas talking about they spiritual, you got niggas talking about they believing in God, but when you talk about the spirits of the dead, niggas get all, oh, you talking spooky, that's evil. That's satanic. I'm like, y'all niggas sound dumb as hell, nigga. Like, how y'all gonna talk about y'all believe in the Bible and that's spooky when Jesus rose from the dead walking around among niggas? That was spooky. You accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior. He came back on the earth after his death, walking among the disciples, and then they saw him float up. But we spooky. Yes, family. So we're about to touch on the topic in a minute. You know what I mean? Just getting out some stuff. Let more people chime in before we go hard. You know the topic. You see what the topic is called? The Herodians and the Roman connection. You know what I mean? Since we've been on this first century shit lately, we're going to be exposing this Pauline nigga. I'm going to let Malachi expose the Pauline nigga in the debate. But what I'm doing right here in this presentation, I'm showing the forefathers of Pauline. Oh, that's what I forgot to get. Damn. Hey, yo, I forgot to get the damn map with the solace. Sheesh. Hold up. I'm a screenshot. Let me see if I can screenshot it right quick. Just give me a second, family. Peace to Malachi Maccabee in the building. Peace to the righteous God. I see you, King. I see you, King. Hey, we about to get stew. This shit about to get stew. Yo, let me see if I can find that, if I can screenshot real quick. Just that lineage. That's the only thing I got missing is that for this presentation. I really don't even need it for the presentation, but just to put icing on a motherfucking cake. Hold on, where that shit at? We show the Pauline doctrine. One second. Man, let me let the rhythm run while I look for. I'm gonna email it to you. All right. Say, oh shit. Yeah. Let me see. Oh man. Hey, yo, Mally, you gonna enjoy this one. I did this shit this morning, yo. I woke up this morning like, what time I woke up? Like 5, 6, 4. Nigga go to sleep at 1 o'clock and wake up at 3 and be fully ready to go like it's the next day. But nah. Nigga woke up like 4 or 5 in the morning and this shit was heavy on my mind when Mally was talking about, man, hold on, this Mally right here. Peace to the righteous God. I got you live, King. What's good, family? All right, say less. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Hey, I bet. Hey, I got a nice one for you coming right now, boy. All right, King, say less. All right, family. I bet. Yeah, man, that was Malachi Maccabee on the phone. He about to hit me with the joint, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I woke up. Ever since he went on Sinetta, man, because I told Sinetta this from day one. Mally don't even know. I probably told him he don't even know. Like when I first talked to Sa about this whole created gay shit, I said, bro, I got a brother named Malachi Maccabee. I said, yo, this nigga will tear down any one of your Hebrew Israelites. I said, I'm gonna beat these niggas up because I'm coming with another doctrine that they're not aware with. So I got the advantage because I know Owaspi and I know the Bible, but I got a brother that's in the Bible who know that shit that'll beat up Tazariak, that'll beat up any of your top scholars. Don Yala, goddamn, what's the other little nigga? Devon Prospect, all them niggas. I said, this one nigga will eat them niggas alive. So from that time, I've been putting that echo in. So now Sa finally got to see him work. And he was well pleased. Sa agreed. And he even told Sa, Sinetta was even referencing during the live to Zariak, like, yo, I don't know if you're ready for this, brother. This is what Sinetta said. You know, Sinetta keep it 100. He ain't got, what he got to sugarcoat shit for? If Mally was weak, he would have easily said, yo, brother, I don't think you're ready for Zariak, man. I don't think you're ready. He would have easily said that. But it was the other way around. I forgot this email goes slow too. I forgot about this one. Okay. Yeah, I forgot my email be going slow too. But nonetheless, even Tazar, even Sinetta had to admit the boy was nice with what he did. That delivery he came in was superior. To the point where he had to question and see, like, damn, I don't know if goddamn Zariak ready for this. You feel me? Yes, family. Just give us a minute. Let's let some more music play. We're gonna get into the discussion. What you say, Cage? They babies for real. No doubt, man. You know, niggas be slow to comprehend. Niggas be slow to comprehend shit. It's a blood clot vibes. Give me 1 minute, family. We're gonna get it going. Just hold tight. Get your drink. Burn on a spliff. You know what I mean? Do what y'all do for now. Well, I'll get this You're gonna get this family. Oh, there you go, right there. Hold on. My email goes slow, so. It's a blood clot vibes. Oh, silky, silky now. Shit done came through. The motherfucking rap. It's over. Tell these young boys that I do this. Hey man, we gonna have to make that into a goddamn whatchamacallit, a soundbite. All right, let me see how I want to drop this in the joint real quick. Hold on. Oh, right here, yeah. Yeah. Oh man, this shit is wild, yo. All these years, niggas been following Paul, not knowing the whole time the nigga was the op. Oh, I got it now. Yeah, appreciate you, Mally. Appreciate you. When I finish this doc, I'll send this over too. Although, you know what I mean, this ain't got nothing to do with the debate, with Malachi's debate. You know what I mean? Like, this ain't got nothing to do with Malachi's debate. This is, because when me and Malachi was talking, I was just giving my pointers what I think that will end the fucking debate right off the top. It's a tactic that if he uses, that we were discussing right off the gate, oh man, there is no comeback to that, man. Everything after that is just, regardless of what Paul say, or Tazariak, whatever he gonna try to use for Paul, it's gonna be irrelevant once he take the head off the motherfucking top in the goddamn beginning. All right, so check it. Soundbite, yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, family. Let's go ahead and get the live started. You know what I mean? All right, let me Adrian get the little situated still. Gonna get started. Share screen. Oh, you know what? Hold up. Before I do that, let me do one thing real quick. My shit froze up. What the hell? 1 second. Seems like I can freeze up. All right, there we go. All right, cool. My computer had goddamn did the freezing act for a hot minute. Where we at with it? All right, where we at with it? Get you out of here. Get you out of here. Oh shit! All right, bet. Cool. Let me come down. Now bring it down. Right there. Look at that. Jada's reveal. Yeah. Look how Jada's reveal to the Adrian. All right, let me share screen. Well, you say Iman, that's right. Use it right out the gate and shut it down. That's right. That's right. All right, here we go. Let's get to it. Let's get to it, family. All right. Where we at with it? You know what? Let me share my whole screen for this one. Yeah, I'm giving the whole screen. What'd that say? How did the Herodian dynasty come to rule Judea? Now, Antipater, the Idumean, right? This is the forefather of, well, this is basically the origins of the Herodian dynasty. You know what I mean? This is Herod the Great's father. Then you had his father, which was the starter of what we know as the Herodian dynasty. When you look at the map, you see right here the Herodian dynasty. Right here. The Herodian dynasty started in 47 BC and it ended in 100 AD. So this is the time period of the Herodian dynasty right here. Right? And who do we have within the Herodian dynasty? Flavius Josephus. We have Philo. We have the Flavian dynasty. We have Paul with a coinky dink. And then we have the birth of the Roman Empire. Right? All that's going on within the Herodian dynasty. And then one thing a lot of people don't know about Rome is that Rome is broken down into 3 sections, 3 time periods. The very first time Rome comes on the scene of history is 750 BC, where you hear about the Romanius, the 2 niggas that was sucking on the goddamn cow milk and shit like that. That story, that started at 750 BC. So the Roman Kingdom of 7 kings, 750 BC, that's that time period. After that, the next rulership of Rome, or the next domination of Rome, was the Roman Republic. Now, the Roman Republic lasted from 509 BC to 27 BC. That's when the Roman Republic reigned. After the Roman Republic reigned, then came the Roman Empire. So you had the Roman kingdoms of 7 kings, the Roman Republic, and then the Roman Empire. So when we coming close to the 1st century, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go in a little bit into the transformation from the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire, right? So I'm just showing you on a historical timeline where the Herodian dynasty is, and it starts coinky-dinky with the rise of Rome. All right, so now let's get it. How did the Herodians dynasty come to rule? And now I may stumble on some of these words because some of these words is, Roman and Latin. So, I'm West Indian, and I be stumbling over these shit. I stumble over English words because, man, I still have my Caribbean accent to them, so I'm tumbling at them things. So you got the Antipater, the Idumean, which is the father of Herod the Great, 113 BC to 43 BC. Antipater I, the Idumean, was the founder of the Herodian dynasty and the father of Herod the Great. According to Josephus, he was the son of Antipas, that's his father, and had formerly held that name. Antipater became a powerful official under the late Hasmonean kings and subsequently became a client of the Roman general Pompey the Great when Pompey conquered Judah in the name of the Roman Republic. See that? You remember I told you about the Roman Republic right here? See that? So prior to the Roman Empire, it was the Roman Republic, right? And Judea got conquered under the reign of the Roman Republic prior to the Roman Empire, right? So let's read that one more time. Antipater, the Idumean, 113 BC, 114 BC, or 43 BC, that's the time he lived, was the founder of the Herodian dynasty and the father of Herod the Great. According to Josephus, he was the son of Antipas and had formerly held that name. Antipater became a powerful official under the late Hasmonean kings and subsequently became a client of the Roman general Pompey the Great when Pompey conquered Judah in the name of Roman Republic. So prior to the Roman Empire, nigga, the Jews had problems with the Roman Republic before 1st century goddamn Romans. Before Augustus and Titus and Caligula, before them niggas, these niggas was giving them problem when it was the Roman Republic. Now check it. So Antipater became a client of Pompey, and Pompey conquered Judah. Now here's Pompey right here, 106 BC to 48 BC. This nigga conquered Judah. This is a robust of them, right? Now, he played a significant role in what? The transformation of Rome from republic to empire. See that? He played a transformational role in that. So coming back to the map, at the ending of the Roman Republic, he's responsible for making the Roman Empire, or changing the Roman, or transforming the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire, right? He's responsible. He's responsible for that. This guy right here. He's responsible for transferring the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire. See, these are the precursors of the Roman Empire and the precursors of first century. Again, he played a significant role in the transformation of Rome from republic to empire. Early in his career, he was a Parthenius protege of the Roman general and a dictator, Sulla. Later, he became the political ally and finally the enemy of Julius Caesar. The enemy of Julius Caesar. Now, Julius Caesar plays an important role in this, as you know. Mally already knows, but Julius Caesar plays an important role in what's going on. Now, let's keep it moving. Pompey and Caesar then began contending for leadership of the Roman state in its entirety. Now, keep in mind, these are the precursors from the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire. They're fighting for that position, eventually leading to Caesar's civil war. Pompey was defeated in the Battle of Pharsalus in 48 BC, and he sought refuge in Ptolemy, Egypt, where he was assassinated by the couturier of Ptolemy the 13th. See that? The nigga got knocked off by a goddamn Macedonian. He got him out of there. So, do I got a picture of Ptolemy the 13th on this slide right here? Let me see. I got one of them. Go mattress back. No, I ain't got no picture of that particular cat right there. Not the 13th, but I got his brother. All right, so now. So he was assassinated by the courtiers of Ptolemy the 13th. Upon his arrival in Egypt, he was murdered by, I can't pronounce these names the best, Achilles and Lucius Septimus, former soldiers in his army, under the orders of the eunuch Pontanus and Theodotus of Chios, advisors of King Ptolemy, who believed Caesar would be pleased by the removal of his adversary. So long story, Ptolemy II got Pompey executed, and by that, he was hoping to win the favor of Caesar, right? Pompey became an enemy of Caesar, and in order to get killed by Pompey the 13th and assassinated were Achilles and Lucius Septimus. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if I can do something real quick. Let me put it in Google and see if they got how to pronounce these goddamn names. These names be crazy to pronounce sometimes. I'll be like, huh? Pronunciation. Damn, they ain't just got the little, hold on. One second. See if they say how to pronounce. Hurry up and say it. You know what? That shit taking too long. All right. Achilles, Lucius Septimus. All right, so now we're gonna start where I got to highlight it right here. All right. Pompey became an enemy of Caesar in order to get killed by Ptolemy the 13th, and the assassins were Achilles and Lucius Septimius. So this is Lucius Septimius. This is a depiction of them killing Pompey. And it's crazy because this illustrator was created in 1880 with a coinky dink. Septimus in armor strikes Pompey from behind. So they went ahead and got rid of Pompey. They got him out the way. Lucius Septimus was a Roman soldier and mercenary who is principally remembered as one of the assassins of the triumvir Pompey the Great. At the time of assassination, 48 BC, Septimus was serving the Ptolemies of Egypt as a mercenary. He was dispatched with orders to murder Pompey by Ptolemy XIII, advisors who wanted to win favor of Julius Caesar for their king. See that? They doing this shit to get favor from Julius Caesar, but at the same time, Ptolemy doing this shit to cut down on these Romans, trying to, take down the Ptolemaic rule. Because if they can take down the Ptolemaic rulers, nigga, they got Egypt. So these are the precursors of the pre-wars, even pre-first century. So here's Ptolemy XIII. This is the nigga Theos. '62 BC to 47 BC. Now keep in mind, this is the face ruling Egypt. He's from Ptolemy. Remember, the Ptolemies are Macedonians in origin. At this point, defeated Roman general Pompey the Great came to Egypt seeking refuge from his pursuing rival Julius Caesar. Initially, Ptolemy XIII pretended to have accepted his request, but on the 29th of September, 48 BC, he had the general murdered by Achilles, Lucius Septimus, in hopes of winning favor with Caesar. When the victorious general arrived, when Caesar arrived, he was presented with the head of his deceased rival. They cut this nigga head off Pompey, giving it to Caesar. Like, yo, check this out. And former ally. But reportedly, instead of being pleased, Caesar reacted with disgust and ordered that Pompey's body be located and given a proper Roman funeral. That's what Caesar said to do. Man, y'all cut this nigga, man, go find this man body and give this man a proper burial. What the hell y'all niggas doing? After Julius Caesar defeated Pompey at the Battle of Pharsalus, Antipater sided with Caesar, during the Roman Civil War. Now keep in mind, Antipater is the father of Herod, and he's the Herodian. So I'm showing you now where the Herodians and Julius Caesar become close. Antipater sided with Caesar during the Roman Civil War, during Caesar's Egyptian campaign. Antipater joined Mithridates of Pergamon's army, marching to rescue Caesar in Alexandria. So Antipater came to help out with Caesar. Caesar made him chief minister. Caesar, because he did this for Caesar, because he came out there and said, this nigga risked his life for me. All right, cool. Caesar made him chief minister of Judah, as Judah became known to the Romans with the right to collect taxes eventually. So now Antipater is being set up to minister and be chief over Judah, right? With the right to collect taxes. So this is the origin of where the Jews started collecting taxes from the Romans under the Herodians, because of this act of Antipas coming to assist Caesar in this Roman war. See that? Now look at this. Caesar made Antipas' son Phasaelus and Herod governors of Jerusalem and Galilee. The reason Caesar is doing this is because he helped the nigga out in battle. So you know what? You did that for me. All right, I'm gonna promise you, Jude. I'm gonna let you run that estate. We already got that shit. We're gonna let you run that. Caesar made Antipater's son Phasaelus and Herod governors of Jerusalem and Galilee, respectively. After the assassination of Caesar, Antipater was forced to side with the liberators against Caesarians. The pro-Roman politics of Antipater led to his increased unpopularity among the devout non-Hellenist Jews, and he died by poison. So check that. Check that. Read that again. Caesar made Antipater's son Phileus, Phasaelus, and Herod, the governor of Jerusalem. Herod, the governor of Caesar, did that. He put that nigga in charge of Jerusalem. Respectively, after the assassination of Caesar, Antipater was forced to side with the liberators against the Caesarians. The pro-Roman politics of Antipater led to his increased unpopularity among the devout non-Hellenized Jews. Non-Hellenized Jews, those are the real ones. The Hellenized Jews were what we would consider the house niggas. The house niggas will be your Hellenized Jews. They're compromising with the Greek ways, right? But the non-Hellenized Jews will be your zealots. The niggas, we ain't fucking with that. The hell with them Greeks. The hell with them niggas. We ain't rocking with Caesar and them boys, right? But Antipater, which is the Herodian, who was placed over of Judea, is becoming unpopular and non-liked because of his affiliation with Rome through Caesar. The real Jews like, man, nah, man. You know, we got this nigga running our city and he fucking with Caesar. You know we don't fuck with Caesar. So this is where the dislike for Antipater began when Caesar gave him this region, which is Judea, to rule over, based off helping them in the war. Now, the liberators, who are they? The liberators, civil war. 43-42 BC was the start by the second triumvirate to what? Avenge Julius Caesar's assassination. So when Julius Caesar died, there was some niggas rose up to fight back and to get revenge. The war was fought by the forces of Mark Antony and Octavian. Now, guess what? Guess who Octavian is? He ends up being the first ruler of what you know as the Roman Empire. Coming back to the map. Right here. The birth of the Roman Empire was under Octavian. He started that by executing who? Caesarion and the assassination of Julius Caesar. When them niggas got out the way, the Ptolemaic dynasty fell, the Roman Republic fell, and now Augusta is the first Roman Empire. See? All that stems from the assassination of Caesar. Now again, let's run that from the top. The Libertarian Civil War was started by the second triumvirate to avenge Julius Caesar's assassination. The war was fought by the forces of Mark Antony and Octavian. The second triumvirate members of triumph against the forces of Caesar's assassins led by Marcus Junius Brutus and Gaius Cassius Longinus, referred to as the liberators. So it was a war. After Julius Caesar died, it was a war because some niggas rose up to defend his assassination. And the forces that they was fighting with was Mark Antony and Octavian, who later became the first Roman ruler. Now, the diplomacy and artful politics of Antipater, as well as his insinuation into the Hasmonean court, listen, paved the way for the rise of his son, Herod the Great, who used this position to marry the Hasmonean princess, Maria, endeared himself to Rome and became king of Judah under what? Roman influence. See that? This paved the way. So what transpired with Caesar and Antipater, that paved the way for Herod the Great having that position in Judea and ruling Judea. Right? Look at this. Hold on. Mithridates II of Bosporus, 47-46 BC. The Pontic prince was of Persia, Macedonian and Galatian ancestry. See that? Macedonian. The Ptolemies were Macedonian. All these niggas truly are from these regions. Now, the Roman Civil War. In the winter of 48-47 BC, Julius Caesar was under siege in Alexandria by the armies of Achilles, guardian and general for King Ptolemy III, Theos Philopator. Mithridates raised an army and came to Caesar's relief. In the aftermath of the Battle of Selah, Caesar made him king of Bosporan Kingdom. Here's a map of the siege of Alexandria. And this siege, this Roman war, this Roman civil war that is connected to Alexandria is part and parcel to some of the destruction of Alexander, the library. It took a hit. So this is just a map of the siege of Alexandria, 47 BC. Now, the siege of Alexandria was a series of skirmish and battles occurring between the forces of Julius Caesar, Cleopatra VII. Now, keep in mind, this Julius Caesar, Cleopatra VII. Let me go here right quick. What does it say? Julius Caesar and Cleopatra VII. It's referring to these two. But what's going on? Julius Caesar and Cleopatra VII, Arseny IV and Ptolemy XIII. Between 48 and 47 BC, during this time, Caesar was engaged in a civil war against remaining Republican forces. Remember, remaining Republican forces. So this is around 47 BC, right? They're fighting the Roman Republic. Because after the Roman Republic falls, the Roman Empire starts. But the Ptolemies is at war with them at this time. Julius Caesar and Cleopatra VII is at war with the Roman Republic in 47 BC, pre-Roman Empire, right? So again, the siege of Alexandria was a series of skirmishes and battles occurring between the forces of Julius Caesar, Cleopatra VII, Arseny IV, and Ptolemy XIII between 48 and 47 BC. During this time, Caesar was engaged in a civil war against remaining Republic forces. Ptolemy XIII and Arseny's forces were defeated. Right? Now look, the Roman Republic was in power before the rise of the Roman Empire. That's what I've been saying. Caesar landed in Alexandria 3 days after Pompey's death, with some 3,000 men and 800 Germanic auxiliary horses. He demanded a 10 million denaro payment toward a debt of Ptolemy's father, Ptolemy II, Auletes, referring to this man right here, Ptolemy, this guy right here. This guy right there. So look what it say again. Caesar landed in Alexandria 3 days after Pompey's death with some 3,000 men and 800 Germanic auxiliary horses. He demanded a 10 million denaro payment towards a debt of Ptolemy's father, Ptolemy XII. So this nigga, Julius Caesar, right here, Julius Caesar paid this man 10 mil as a respect in response to his son getting killed. So now, he demanded a 10 million denaro payment towards a debt of Ptolemy's father, Ptolemy XII, and declared his invention to mediate the dispute between Ptolemy and his sister Cleopatra, right? Trying to squash a beef. The situation began to turn Caesar's favor when news reached him March 47 BC. A relief force arriving overland from Syria under the Mithridate of Pergamum. Told you these words are crazy to pronounce. Pergamum, at the head of the allied army with a detachment of 3,000 Jews, contributed by High Priest Hieronychus II, and led by Antipater the Idumean, the Edomite. The Jews' detachment encouraged the Jewish population of Alexandria to become more sympathetic to Caesar. To become more, so they're trying to get these Jews to compromise to be more sympathetic to Caesar, the house niggas. These are the house Jews. The Hellenistic Jews. These ain't the non-Hellenistic. But they not compromised. The zealots ain't compromising. So what we're showing you is precursors of the same things that the zealots, the Nazarenes was going through in the first century, 40, 50, 60 prior years before that. They was facing the same issues. The Jewish detachment encouraged the Jewish population of Alexandria to become more sympathetic to Caesar. And after Mithridates' forces stomped Pelusium, Ptolemy XIII forces redeployed east to contest Mithridates crossing the Nile. There's a lot of tongue twisting going on with these words. Now check it. Antipater's background. Here's where it gets interesting. Though historians understand that Antipater's family had converted to Judaism in the 2nd century BC. Look at that. They converted to Judaism. So when Paul said, peace, my brother, I'm a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin, he could say that because he was a convert. He wasn't no real Israelite because his daddy wasn't, and his daddy wasn't. They were converts. Again, Antipater's family, which is the Herodians, had converted to Judaism in the 2nd century BC. Different stories circulate in wake of his sons coming to power. They demonstrate the tensions that exist between the Jewish people and the powerful Edomites. See that? Niggas was beefing already. The Jews was already beefing with the motherfucking Edomites, the Herodians, pre-Herodian dynasty, or during the time their dynasty was being made. Who appeared at this time? Nicholas of Damascus, the court historian for Herod, wrote that Herod's ancestors were among the historical elite in Jerusalem who had been taken by King Nebuchadnezzar into Babylon, into the Babylonian captivity in the 6th century BC. Now, this is his claim. This is the Edomites' claim to say, like, yo, we was part of that captivity. A legitimate dispersion of such has this shroud the fact that Herod's ancestry is undocumented in the meticulous records of returned Jewish families. So, nigga, they don't even have a document. He making this shit up. They claiming that shit. They claiming it with no proof. Claiming a heritage among the Jews from as early as the Babylonian captivity provides credibility for pro-Roman and Hellenized Herod as a king over Jews, for they were highly contemptuous of him. Now look at that. So the way they was able to pump fake the shit was by saying, oh, nigga, we was part of that Nebuchadnezzar captivity. When the captivity came in the 6th century, we part of that. That's what they claiming. Antipater's people, that's what they claiming. That's what Herod and them claiming. But it's already been proven that they're Edomites. And look what it states. Provides credibility for a pro-Roman and Hellenized Herod as king over the Jews. So now they're going to put this Edomite over the Jews. He's Hellenistic. They're already Hellenized. They already have an association and agreement with Rome through Antipater and Caesar. Caesar is the one who granted Antipater's family Judah and to rule over it. So when Herod comes on the scene, niggas in Judea already know, like, these niggas ain't no motherfucking Israelites. These are Edomites. But their claim is like, no, we are Israelites. We went through the Babylonian captivity with y'all. On return, we part of the returning, you know what I mean, stock coming from captivity. That's they lying though. They trying to be sneaky, right? That's his claim to fame. But look what it says: highly contemptuous of him. Who was highly contemptuous of him? The Jews were. Provided credibility for a pro-Roman and Hellenized Herod as king over what? King over the Jews. For they were highly contemptuous of him. Who was highly contemptuous of him? The Jews. What does contemptuous mean? Contemptuous, manifesting feeling, expressing deep hatred or disapproval. See that? The Jews living in Judea wasn't approving Herod. They was like, nah, nigga, get out of here. You ain't one of us. Nigga, you ain't come through the transatlantic slave trade. You ain't come through the Babylonian captivity with us. Nigga, you a fraud. Nigga, you an Edomite. And you fucking with them Romans through your father, Antipater, who gave you this land because your father, Antipater, helped Caesar in the battle. Nigga, we know the history. You think them Jews were stupid? They know what was going on? Contemptuous means expressing deep hatred or disapproval. So again, when we look at this, because keep in mind it says Herod's ancestry is undocumented in the meticulous records of returns of family. So he ain't got no, you remember, who him daddy? Who him daddy? Who him family tree? This nigga said he was a Benjamite. What Benjamites was coming out of the captivity? Huh? What Benjamin tribes came in return? Herod's ancestry is undocumented. Skip down. Provides credibility for a pre-Roman and Hellenized Herod as king over the Jews, for they were what? They had deep hatred. They disapproved of him. So as soon as he was installed king, it was already a no-no. Now look, instead, Josephus explains that Antipater's family, being Herodians, converted to Judaism during the forced conversion by the Sadducees' influence Hasmonean leader John Hyrcanus, 134-104 BCE. Back then, Hyrcanus threatened that any Idumean who wished to maintain their land would need to be what? Circumcised and entered into the tradition of the Jews. This is the same shit that James was trying to get Paul to do. Nigga, if you're going to be a part of this fold, nigga, you got to get circumcised in order to be part of this tradition. But what did Paul say? Nigga, castrate yourself, nigga. We ain't circumcised shit. That's the old nigga. We ain't doing that. But James told the nigga, no, you got to get circumcised. You got to abstain from meat. So I'm showing you the same circumstances going on pre-Paul, showing you where the hostility and the atmosphere came on the scene by the time Paul rolled up. So again, instead, Josephus explains that Antipater's family converted to Judaism during the forced conversion by the Sadducees' influenced Hasmonean leader John or Yachanan Hyrcanus. Hyrcanus threatened that any Idumean Edomite who wished to maintain their land would need to be circumcised and entered into the tradition of the Jews. See that? See that? That's the same way that when Paul had to check in with the bros, when he had to check in with the disciples and with James, and James said, all right, nigga, if you're going to rock with us, you got to abstain from meat and you got to get circumcised. That's tradition. This nigga Hyrcanus is saying the same thing in 134, 104 BC back then to the Edomites back then. The same shit. Showing you law. Showing you that they upholding the law. So when Cesare was trying to say, oh, the circumcision don't matter. Nah, nigga, here is document that these niggas is upholding tradition, 134, 104 BC. So by the time Paul come on the scene, first century, in the 50s and the 40s AD, these niggas already holding tradition. They still holding tradition. They ain't break law. Yahshua and James ain't break law. They still holding tradition. Now, Josephus acknowledged Herod as being by birth a Jew and Antipater as being of the same people with the Jews, but they're converts. Check it. Now look at this. Galatians 1:5. Behold, I, Paul, say unto you that if you be circumcised, Christ shall profit you nothing. See that? Proving to you that Paul is not upholding the law. Because in 134, under the Hasmoneans, under Hyrcanus, this nigga was saying, yo, if you niggas want to rock with us in our tradition, Edomites, you Idumeans, you Herodians, you got to be circumcised. But what did Paul say in Galatians? Behold, I, Paul, say unto you that if ye be circumcised, Christ shall profit you nothing. What a coinky dink that Paul is going against circumcision, while the circumcision was laid out 100 years before his goddamn birth. Now, nevertheless, this influential family, meaning the Herodians, came to be resented by many Jews for their Edomite ancestry. See, they ain't fooling no. You ain't gonna tell me you Benjamin, nigga. We know your history. We know you. Nevertheless, this influential family, the Herodians, came to be resented by many Jews, Yahudians, for their Edomite ancestry, a fact used by the Hasmoneans and their support against them. See that? They knew that there was an Edomites. You couldn't be part of this fold. What does Nehemiah 13:3 say? Now it came to pass when they had heard the law that they separated from Israel all the mixed multitude. See that? See that? They separated the mixed multitude from Israel. So these Jews who are accustomed of separating, because Nehemiah is during the 4th century BC. We 300 years coming, we 200-300 years coming down the line in the first 100 BC. And you got these Edomites trying to mix in with the Hebraic tradition, but Harkans is saying, no, if you want to rock with us, nigga, first you gotta get circumcised. We already know you niggas as Edomites, but if you want to come in this fold, this is what you gotta do. And Nehemiah 13 saying, nigga, we separate Israel from the mixed multitude. So if you're not gonna rock and get this circumcision, you're gonna have to stay over there, my nigga. You can't rock over here. Antigonus the Hasmonean is quoted by Josephus as referring to Herod as no more than a private man, an Idumean, a half Jew, an Edomite. This is 1st century. I'm quoting 100 years before Josephus, but by the time Josephus comes, he's still on record as being Edomites, the Herodians. So these Herodians are not Israelites. They're Edomites claiming to be Israelites through conversion in the 2nd century BC. But these niggas ain't fools. Now look at this. How Antipater got Roman citizenship. Because you remember, Paul said he's a free Roman. Remember, Paul said he's a free Roman citizen, right? How did Antipater get Roman citizenship? When Julius Caesar and Pompey went to war in 49-48 BCE, Antipater at first sided with Pompey. When the later was defeated by Caesar, Antipater shifted his alliance to Caesar. While Caesar was besieged in Alexandria in 47 BCE, Antipater and Mithridates and Pergamum rescued him with 13,000 men and the aid of numerous nearby friends. So now, this is the precursor of how the Herodians, or Antipater, the father of the Herodians, got citizenship. Let's read that again. When Julius Caesar and Pompey went to war in 49-48 BCE, Antipater at first sided with Pompey. This nigga's a traitor. This nigga playing two sides of the fence. When the later, meaning Pompey, was defeated by Caesar, Antipater shifted his alliance to Caesar. This nigga playing both sides of the fence. You know what happens when we find a nigga playing both sides of the fence? What happened to him? He get beat the fuck down or he get murdered. Because you a traitor. How you gonna rock with the ops and then try to come rock with me? But this is Antipater. This is the mind state of the Herodian. Just like Saul, just like Paul. First you were enemy, now you trying to rock with the bros. Just like his goddamn daddy and his just like his goddamn forefathers. Antipater at first sided with Pompey. When the later was defeated, the later meaning Pompey was defeated by Caesar, Antipater shifted his alliance to Caesar. While Caesar was besieged in Alexandria in 47 BC, Antipater and Mithridates and Pergamon rescued him with 13,000 men. So Antipater came to aid Caesar in a battle in Alexandria. This is how we're showing you how the Roman citizenship for these niggas came about. He aided him in war. And look what it states. For this demonstration of valor, Caesar elevated Antipater to Roman citizenship, freed him from taxes, and showed him with honor and declaration of friendship. There you have it. This is how the Herodians got free citizenship, because of the assistance of Antipater assisting Caesar in the war or the besiege in Alexandria in 47 BC. And Antipater came with 2 niggas and 13,000 men to help Caesar. So out of respect, Caesar said, for you doing this to me, for his demonstration of valor, Caesar elevated Antipater to Roman citizenship, freed him from what? Taxes, and showed him with honor and declaration of friendship. Now, let's go to Acts 22, 21 through 28. Look what it states. And as they bound him with thongs, Paul said unto the centurion that stood by, is it lawful for you to scourge a man that is a Roman? Paul is saying, I'm a Roman. And uncondemned, verse 26. When the centurion heard that, he went and told the chief captain, saying, take heed what thou do, for this man, Paul, is a Roman. Verse 27. Then the chief captain came and said unto him, tell me, art thou a Roman? Asking Paul. Paul said, yes, I'm a Roman. And the chief captain answered, with the great sum obtained I this freedom. And Paul said, but I was freeborn. Huh? I was freeborn. A freeborn Roman citizen. How did Paul become a freeborn Roman citizen? He became a freeborn Roman citizen through the agreement of Caesar and Antipater. Huh? The agreement of Caesar to Antipater from the war or the besiege in Alexandria 47 BC. And for that deed, Caesar said, for your demonstration of valor, Caesar elevated Antipater to Roman citizenship, freed him from taxes, and showed him with honor declaration of friendship. So that's how the Herodians was free-born Roman citizens based off this act of Caesar. That's why Paul is saying what he's saying, because he's a goddamn Herodian. If he wasn't a Herodian, he couldn't say that shit. If he was a Benjamite, he couldn't say that shit. Paul ain't say I was a Benjamite. Look what the scriptures say. And as they bound with him thongs, Paul said unto the centurion that stood by, is it lawful for you to scourge a man that is a Roman? He ain't say that is a Benjamite. Huh? That nigga Paul ain't claiming no Benjamite lineage. He claiming that he a Roman. Huh? Why you bounding me? I'm a Roman. I'm a free citizen Roman. He claiming to be a Roman through the agreement of Antipater and Caesar. Here go the family tree of goddamn Saul. What does that say? Close family of Costabar B. Antipater. Huh? This is the map. The family tree Mally just shared with me, peace to the righteous God. And as you see on this family tree of Antipater, you see Saulus right there, because we know that Saulus, Paul was Saul, and Saulus in the Greek is this right here. Saulus Antipater, this nigga's an Herodian. So when he was in prison in Acts 22, 21 through 28, when they blocked him up, that's when he let him know, like, bruh, I was just joking. I ain't no Benjamite, nigga. I'm really a Roman. Matter of fact, I'm a Herodian. My forefather was Antipater. Huh? He could prove his Herodian lineage, but he can't prove that Benjamite lineage. So there go the lineage of Antipater, which in return is the Herodians. Because look, it says Antipater, then you got Herod, the Great, who he went through. And then when you come on down the line, you see Saulus, which is Paul, which is Saul. And this is why he's saying he's a Roman citizen. Now look at this. Antipater made a great scene of his scars from fighting for Caesar life in Egypt. Antipater made a great scene of his scars from fighting for Caesar's life in Egypt. He defended himself with the history of unfailing loyalty to the Romans. That's Antipater they talking about. An unfailing loyalty to the Romans. This nigga Antipater was in bed with the Romans, which in return the Herodians was in bed with the Romans due to this agreement back then, this agreement, this covenant, this oath. It's just like when Selah gave the land of Shishamani to the Rastas. Selassie gone and dead. But guess what? The Rastas are still in Shishamani because they living out that agreement that Selassie left for them in the land of Shishamani, Ethiopia. It's the same thing with Antipater and Caesar. Caesar would be like Selassie telling Antipater, like, yo, you don't put your bed and let the Rastaman them run off. So when I die off, the Rastaman could have that. That's it. That's law for me, you know. So same thing when Caesar granted Antipater Roman citizenship, they're already over Judea. So they can do whatever the fuck they want in Judea because they got Roman citizenship and they ruling over Judea. So now again, he defeated himself with a history of unfailing loyalty to Rome. This appeal persuaded Caesar, who then appointed Antipater the first Roman procurator of Judah. Procurator of Judah. You know what that goddamn word means. I'm stumbling over that shit. Procurator. Goddamn it. Procurator of Judah. So look, this appeal persuaded Caesar, who then appointed Antipater to be the first procurator of Judah. So look, they showing you how they positioning these niggas. Because Antipater's loyalty for fighting besides this man. This nigga Antipater got scars on his body for fighting for Caesar. So Caesar like, you know what, man, I'm going to place you the first Roman nigga over Judah. His enmity allowed the Jews a special degree of what? Protection, freedom to govern themselves and enjoy Romans' goodwill. Those would be the house Jews who in agreements with this shit. You know, so some Jews wasn't rocking with them Herodians, you know, ruling them. But some niggas like, I'll take that. Freedom and a good position and a good job and a good paying. And yeah. Them the house niggas who agreed for this. But the field niggas, the zealots, they wasn't rocking with these niggas at all. So again, the enmity allowed the Jews a special degree of protection and freedom to govern themselves and enjoy Rome's goodwill, right? So the Jews, you got to follow our laws. Do what we say to do. Josephus noted that his newfound rights and honor, Antipater immediately began to rebuild the wall of Jerusalem that Pompey had destroyed when subduing Aristobulus. See that? See that? So look at that. He doing some rebuilding to the wall of Jerusalem. And this is the second temple we talking about. See that? Niggas try to destroy the second temple. And then you got Antipater immediately began to rebuild the wall of Jerusalem that Pompey had destroyed. See that? Antipater, the Herodian trying to show like, all right, nigga, I got the land now. Let me go ahead and start restructuring and rebuilding now that we in position. After the assassination of Julius Caesar, Antipater was forced to side with Cassius against Mark Antony. So when Julius Caesar, now keep in mind, Julius Caesar is the nigga who gave Antipater the free Roman citizenship. He gave him Judea to rule. But now Julius Caesar out the way. You know, when the nigga leave, you know, things change. Regulations change after that, right? But nonetheless, the Herodians are still ruling in the Judean district. Now, after the assassination of Julius Caesar, Antipater was forced to side with Cassius against Mark Antony. Here go Cassius right here. Cassius, 86 BC to 42 BC. This is the guy who he was forced to side with after the assassination of Julius Caesar. Cassius Longinus, 86 BC to 42 BC, was a Roman senator and general best known as a leading instigator of the plot to assassinate Julius Caesar. See that? This nigga has something to do with the assassination of Julius Caesar, right? Because I told you, Caesarion, this is Julius Caesar, Cleopatra, these two had Caesarion. Now, Caesarion was murdered and killed by Augustus, which is Octavius. So by killing Caesarion, that's going to collapse the Ptolemaic dynasty. And by getting rid of Julius Caesar, that's going to end the Roman Republic and they can start the Roman Empire. Right? So again, Cassius Longus was a Roman senator and general best known as leading instigator of the plot to assassinate Julius Caesar. On the 15th of March, 44 BC, he commanded a troop with Brutus during the Battle of Philip against the combined forces of Mark Antony and who? Octavian. That's Augustus. That's the first nigga of the Roman Empire, Octavian. Caesar's former supporters and committed suicide after being defeated by Mark Antony. So this nigga committed suicide. He got defeated by Mark Antony, right? So now, the diplomacy and artful politics of Antipater's produced the Herodian dynasty and have paved the way for the rise of his son Herod the Great, who married the Hasmonean princess Miriam, endured himself to Rome, usurped the Judean throne to become king of Judah under Roman influence. So again, we're showing you how Antipater, which is the father of the Herodian dynasty, which is the father of Herod the Great, which is the great-great-great-grandfather of Paul, Saulus. So we're showing you how these niggas came into power under Rome and conquered Judah. This is the Roman connection, the Herodian connection to Rome. Caesar and Antipas, them two niggas right there is responsible for why the Herodians is ruling Judea. Now look, Siege of Jerusalem, 37 BC. Herod the Great, Siege of Jerusalem, 37-36 BC, was the final step in his campaign to secure the throne of Judah, aided by Roman forces provided by Marcus Antony. Herod was able to capture the city and depose Antigonus, second Matthias, ending the Hasmonean rule. The siege appears in the writing of Josephus and Dias Cassius. Now, this is Mark Antony. This is the bad man right here. You know what I'm saying? Him and Octavian, boy, they took them boys down. These are niggas these are the niggas that's clearing the way for the Roman Empire. Now, it's the last part right here, and I'm done. The physical appearance of Paul. The physical appearance of Paul. Look at this. Uh-oh. Who we got here? Katazak. Look at this. The physical appearance of Paul. Nicephorus claimed that Paul was a little man, crooked, and almost bent like a bow, with a pale countenance, long and wrinkled, and a bald head. Paul was a pale man. I go sit down. Paul was a pale man, right? He wasn't a nigga. He wasn't copper colored. Look at this. In Latin version of the Acts of Paul and Thelica, it is added that he had red florid face. Red florid face. Does this not look familiar? Does not Katazak fit the description of Paul? Pale skin, red, florid face. Look what else it say. Look what else it say. In the history of the contending of St. Paul, his countenance is described as ruddy, a rudiness of skin of pomegranate. Look, pomegranates. Huh. Interesting. Pomegranates are red. Now watch this. The act of St. Peter confirms that Paul had a bald and shining head with red hair. Huh? This is Paul we talking about. The Herodian, the Edomite, the Idumean descent. And what does Genesis 25:25 say? And the first came out red all over, like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau, nigga. Backdrop. Paul is described with the same description of an Edomite. Paul has been proven that he comes from the lineage of the Herodians, being Edomites, Idumeans. And the only reason they came into power because his great-great-granddaddy, Antipater, joined forces with Caesar, and Caesar granted him free Roman citizenship in Judea. Backdrop, nigga, game over. So what I'm showing you is that, give me a 1 in the chat if y'all getting this understanding, family. Give me a 1 in the chat if y'all getting this understanding. So what I'm showing you for the most part right there with this presentation, it was to show you the origin of how the Herodians came into power in Judea. Under Julius Caesar, through the wars that Julius Caesar was going through, Antipater assisted him, and in return gave him dominion over Judea, gave him free Roman citizenship. Nigga ain't have to pay no taxes, right? So there, hold up. That part with the taxes, watch this. Let me pull the screen back up real quick. Watch this with the taxes. Let's go back up. We talking about the taxes. Katazak, nigga, you an Edomite. Stop it. You Paul. You a Paulinite. Let me go back up with the taxes. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Oh, right up here. Right? Right here with the taxes. Look at this. Right here. Right here. Antipater sided with Caesar during the Roman Civil War. Now keep in mind, he fought with the nigga in Alexandria in the Roman War. He rocking with Caesar. Antipater sided with Caesar during the Roman Civil War. During Caesar's Egyptian campaign, Antipater joined Mithridates of Pergamus' army marching to rescue Caesar in Alexandria. Caesar made him chief minister of Judea, as Judea became known to the Romans with the right to collect taxes, right? The Romans was collecting taxes in Judea. But the Herodians didn't have to pay taxes because of this alliance with Caesar. Now let's go into the scripture right here where it talks about taxes. Matthew 5:46. For if ye love them which love you, which reward have ye? Do not even the publicans the same? Now let me go to the Strong's Concordance, because that word publican means taxes. See that? Look right there. For if ye love them which love you, what reward ye have? Have ye? Do not even the what? Publicans the same. Now this is first century. Talking about the tax collectors. Look, what it say? A renter or a farmer of taxes. Huh? What that say? A tax gatherer, collector of taxes. Huh? So by the time the first century roll around, Judea is paying taxes because Rome already had niggas doing the shit, but the Herodians ain't have to pay taxes because of Antipater's. The Herodians ain't had to pay taxes through Antipater, help through Caesar. So now it says, let me read that part again right here. Caesar made him, Antipater, chief minister of Judea, as Judah became known to the Romans with the right to collect taxes. So the nigga who was collecting taxes in Judea was the Herodians. Caesar set up that system for the Herodians to collect taxes under Antipater. So when we go to scriptures and we see verses talking about taxes, you could thank goddamn Antipater and Caesar for that. Another verse. And Jesus answered, said unto them, render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's. And they marveled at him. Caesar, remember, Caesar and Antipater, they boys. Like, nigga, give Caesar, render that shit. Go ahead, give it back. If you're going to rock with Caesar and Antipater and Herodians, go ahead and rock with them niggas. Yahshua knew what the fuck was going on with them Herodians. He wasn't no dumb nigga. If he the son of God, he got to know some shit, right? Now look, Matthew 18:17. And if he shall neglect to hear them, to tell it unto the church, but if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as an heathen, a man, a tax collector. Huh? What are they talking about these tax collectors so much in the first century? Why these niggas paying taxes for? Who set up the tax system in Judea? Antipater. Caesar told Antipater collect taxes in motherfucking goddamn in Judea. So by the time Antipater's son Herod the Great come up, guess what he doing, nigga? He collecting taxes. Publican, what does the Republican mean? A tax collector, right here. See that? A tax gatherer, collector of taxes. Who set that up for you to collect taxes? Antipater, the Herodian. That is why them Jews wanted to kill Paul. That's why the real zealots wanted to kill Paul. They wanted to get rid of that boy because they knew the nigga was a fraud. You dig? So who want to hop over with me and chop it up with this real quick? Who want to build with me? Throw the link in the chat. If anybody want to come on and chop it up, nigga, we just proved without a shadow of a doubt that Paul's forefathers are Herodians, and they're responsible for setting up the tax system in Judea, and they're responsible for having free Roman citizenship because of Antipater helping Caesar. Nigga, that's bad job. This game over. And then when Mally handled that boy next Wednesday, it's game over because Mally gonna come out the box and show what I just showed to a degree as far as who Saulus really is. So nigga, you're not even part of the fold. You're not even an Israelite. So the laws don't pertain to you, Paul. So yeah, you can preach about all that shit you preaching about because you ain't no Israelite. That shit don't pertain to you. Let's run the rhythm for a quick 5 seconds, yes? Run the rhythm. Now, keep in mind, all this is taking place right here. Right here. Everything I just read is taking place within this time period. Because you remember, 47 BC, that's when all this shit is going on. Look at the dates. The Herodian kingdom rose at 47 BC. What a coinky dink that Julius Caesar and all them, Caesarion, all them boys getting assassinated around this time. And the conspirators, Mark Antony and Octavian. Octavian is the first nigga to rule goddamn Rome. Right here, look. So they assassinated Julius Caesar. Right? They got rid of Caesarion. Look what it say about Caesarion. He the last nigga. Look what it say. The last pharaoh of the Ptolemy. See that? And who killed him? Until his death was ordered by Octavian, who would become the first Roman Empire as Augustus. Augustus had this man knocked off. And then they knocked off Julius Caesar. And in return, you got the birth of the motherfucking Roman Empire, nigga. You got the birth of the Roman Empire, nigga. That's how the Roman Empire came on the scene. They assassinated the last Ptolemaic rulers in that family tree. And then now you got Augustus ruling Rome. Augustus Caesar. 27 BC coming back to the map. See that? 27 BC. And it's with a coincidence, the Roman Republic falls at 27 BC, and the rise of the Roman Empire begins. Right? So while Rome is on, now keep in mind, this is 27 BC when he rises up, but prior to all we was reading, coming to the 4th, 5th, 6th BC, 40th BCs and the 60s BCs, look, the Herodians was getting established. Keep in mind, the Herodian dynasty started with Antipater. So all that shit we read with Antipater and Julius Caesar is right here. The agreement for them niggas to rule over Judea was right here. I just heard somebody come on. Who that? My nigga Cosmo Cal in the building. Talk to me, King.
Man, peace to the righteous God, bro.
Peace, King.
Word.
What's the word?
Man, hold on, bro. Hold on, bro.
Talk to me.
Hey, man, you gotta go back, man, and show the depiction of Paul against Choppy Top. What's his name?
Katazak. You want to see that again, bro?
Yo, that's amazing, bro.
Facts. I'm gonna show that again. Now look at that. Let me goddamn go to it. Yeah, that shit blew me out because I didn't even know they had a description documented about Paul. They described that nigga as Katazak.
Yo.
Look, they said the nigga had a pale countenance, right? And then the nigga said he had a red flourish face, red skin like pomegranate. And then right here, the Acts of St. Peter confirms that Paul had a bald, shining head with red hair.
Wow.
And what does Genesis 25:25 say? And the first came out red all over like a what? Hairy garment, and they call his name Esau. Nigga, Katazak is a goddamn Pauline among the house of Israel. And I just used Katazak as an example. You know, I ain't hating on the brother, but I just used it as an example to confirm my point.
Hey, but it fit right because the word, they use an old word, florid. You did what I'm talking about, but that means you can see the blood in the face. Like flush. It means like flush, like blushing. You did what I'm talking about. Only a person who the blood can be seen in the face could look like that. This is crazy.
See what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. You got goddamn. So all these Israelites that be kind of curious about Katazak, it's the same type of breeding of thought that was going on with Paul in the first century. They like, yo, this nigga ain't when he pale skinned, he red, he an Edomite. We clearly see that. And he coming to the dreading Nazi, to the Nazarenes? Huh?
Yeah.
Talking about you one of us and you had a vision of my brethren who I walk with in the flesh, and you come to me looking like an Edomite, talking about you met this nigga in spirit in the sky? Nah, dog, we got G-check that.
Now they say you learn something new every day. Man, your boy done read up some every damn time. I had not seen this description of Paul.
Bro, let me tell you something. That presentation I wrote up this morning when I woke up at 6. I woke up, amped the fuck up, and I put that shit together this morning in about an hour. And then when I got to the Paul, it said, yo, physical description of Paul. I'm like, damn, nigga. And I started reading that shit. I was like, I said, yo, I'm about to shot these niggas with this one. I'm about to rock.
That's the Nicene literature, right?
I mean, everything I read was Wikipedia sources.
Wow.
I didn't even go deep. I just wanted to show how, because one thing that caught my attention when Mally had that dialogue with Sinetta when he did his presentation, what really caught my attention is when he said, how did Paul obtain Roman citizenship? And then he showed it. You know what I'm saying? Coming back to Antipater. So when I just said, let me do my research and see, what the fuck going on. And then bam, sure enough, Julius Caesar granted that nigga Judea and free Roman citizenship based off Antipater assisting him in the war in the siege of Alexandria in 47 BC.
Yep, and then before that, you got to remember they smashed the Hasmonean dynasty.
Right. I ain't go too much into the Hasmonean dynasty.
That's
I
right.
just
That's
wanted
right
to really
before it.
right, exactly.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's what. Yeah,
Yeah.
they took. That's what they took over the Hasmonean. The Herodians took that over.
Smashed them boys.
Right.
Right around, if I'm not mistaken, right around 63 BC.
Right, because a matter of fact, I'm gonna go back on the map. I'm gonna go back on the map and put the Hasmonean dynasty on here. I ain't put them on there because at the time I was just really focusing on the European influence coming down from archaic Greek right here, because this is the Dark Ages right here. The Dark Ages from 1100 BC to 750 BC. So after 750 BC will be classified to like a Renaissance age. That's when archaic Greek came on. That's when the Greek got their alphabet from the Phoenicians. That's when the Romans came on the scene with Romulus. And then that's when all that shit started. And then later on down the line, you got the Macedonians, the Ptolemies, the Romans. You know what I'm saying? But this is basically showing when Europeans came in history and documented. Europeans came in documented history as rulers as we know it under Alexander the Great. That's when we really start hearing about Europeans ruling in Alexander the Great. Although there was precursors of them ruling, but in Macedonia, like in the northern regions where they come from. But when they started entering Egypt and coming into the dark regions of melanated people, this is when we started documenting their history. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I don't find them documented much till after the collapse of the Bronze Age.
Malachi Maccabee in the building. Talk to me, King.
Hey, peace to the righteous gods and Herodian goddesses. You put all that together this morning, man?
Bro, I did all that shit. I woke up thinking about the shit we was talking about last night.
Yeah.
I woke up and was just on my phone, just do type shit. You know what I'm saying? I was in, my nigga. The spirit be moving and do certain shit.
Hey, bruh, you straight dropped a bomb around this deal, boy. We got Paul's description and everything now.
See, that's what I said. I
found that out. Yeah, I found that out this morning as I'm going through the research. That shit is
That's crazy.
That shit on Wikipedia.
That's crazy. And look, the other day,
bro.
hey, dig this. The other day, I'm going to look up the history on Moses. I go tap into a Menahat the Fourth, right in the Wikipedia. It say Moses is thought to be a Menahat the Fourth. Ain't no way.
Wow.
Ain't no way.
But look at that though. So with the description of Paul, that's the end all be all right there.
It is.
If you come out the box showing that Paul has been described as an Edomite by previous sources,
you already know. Hey, that's going all up in the doc, boy. I'm already.
Hey, I'm about to email you this shit right now, my nigga.
Please do, brother, because it's over. It's over. Man, look, y'all gonna be happy. Me and Selah came up with a strategy last night, man. Hey, we got a debate. The Creative Gang got a debate next Wednesday, December the 27th. 8 p.m. Eastern time on Sidnetter TV. Yours truly versus Captain Zoyak. The title was Paul's teachings different and hostile toward the apostles according to law? Hey, it's about to be bloody, man.
All right, my bad. I was doing something on the computer while you were saying that. Repeat that one more time.
No, I was letting everybody know the Creative Gang got a debate next Wednesday on Sidnetter TV. Yours truly versus Captain Zoyak. And the title was the teachings of Paul. Was Paul's teachings different and hostile toward the apostles according to law? He just tripped. He just buried himself.
Yeah.
He just buried himself.
It's over,
now,
man.
If I am not mistaken.
Hey, you can talk a little louder, Cosmo. You on the speakerphone?
Yeah. I'm on the Bluetooth.
You driving?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. All right, go ahead. Good. You good. Go ahead.
All right. What I was saying was, if I'm not mistaken, right, Saul is from Tarsus, right?
Right.
Okay. Tarsus is in Idumea, correct?
Nah, it's in Turkey.
What? Well, Idumea is Turkey.
Hold up. As a matter of fact, because I looked up Tarsus, and when I looked up the map, that shit was like in Turkey, like in the Hittite area, like basically, yeah, Turkey.
Okay, so Idumea is the Greek or Latinized version of the word Edom. So the fact that Paul is born in Edom also locks in the fact that he's an Edomite, a son of Esau,
And
being from Idumea.
And see,
Couldn't
Cosmo,
possibly
that was
be from Benjamin.
that was the purpose of me doing that that basically that presentation when I was doing about the Mycenaeans and the Minoans. That was the purpose of that. That was the purpose of that presentation. Because when you look at the map, let's go back to the map quick fast, right? When you look at the map, see that? Now this is the reign of the Minoans and the Minoans and the Mycenae, pre Dark Ages. But when we come after the Dark Ages, that's when we get the Europeans as we know them coming from the north, creating their colonies. And then by the time you get to the Ptolemies, they're in Egypt. They're coming south. So all these niggas is Macedonians because Paul is from Taurus of Turkey.
But what you gotta understand is Macedonia is Greece.
Exactly.
Turkey
so what I'm saying is that
those
people,
Turkey is Greece.
Right, exactly. So what I'm saying is that all those people from North Macedonia, to Turkey, all those people, they came back south, coming back and conquering. So by the time you get to the lineage of Paul being the Herodian, right? By the time you get to them niggas is
What
Edomites.
I'm saying is he's directly born. He's born from the Hellenic dynasty. He a white boy. He a Greek.
That's what I'm saying.
Straight born
Exactly.
from the loins of Edom.
Right.
You see
Exactly.
what I'm talking about? So which proves, which debunks, first of all, his whole Benjamite heritage or even possibility of even being an Israelite.
That's already debunked. That's not even an argument anymore. The nigga Acts in 22, 21, the nigga said, nigga, I'm a Roman out of his own mouth.
Flat out. I'm a straight freeborn Roman at that. Freeborn.
Exactly. Then Mally showed how to become a freeborn.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? How did he become a freeborn? Bam. There you go right there. We just showed it.
Yeah.
So this nigga was walking around with authority talking shit. Go ahead, Mally.
That nigga had paperwork. Shit. You know what I mean? Because you had to be able to prove that on site. So that means he was walking around with his Roman paperwork. You know what I mean?
Did you remember the part when the nigga said, let me go back to it real quick, this part. When they said, nigga, he ain't even had no documentation of his exile coming out of Babylon.
Yeah, talking about the Herodians, because Herod and them, they converted, but they was claiming that their ancestry go back to the dispersion in Babylon, but they like, nigga, ain't no records on that. Nigga, ain't no records on that.
Yeah. It says Herod's ancestry is undocumented in the meticulous records of return of Jewish families. So there you go, nigga. It's over.
Now what I'm saying, so they were claiming to be Israelites, and they never claimed their Herodian or Edomite ancestry. Once they converted over under John Hyrcanus and Antipater, once he made them, forced them all to convert over and get circumcised and all that, they never went back to claiming no type of Idumean. You know what I mean? So the fact that Paul, the fact that Paul can say he an Israelite, Herod did the same thing. He said he was king of the Jews, but he wasn't. He wasn't no bloodline Israelite. He was an imposter, is what I'm saying. So that's how an Herodian can claim to be that and not be that, and had a Roman, they had the entire might of the Roman Empire backing them. You know what I mean? Yeah. Go ahead, Cal. My bad.
No. So basically, we watching today in modern day. This is the same usurpation that the modern day Jew is doing to the history of the Israelites. We see the Herodians doing to the first century.
Facts.
Exactly.
Excellent point. Excellent
Exactly.
point.
Exactly, brother.
Exactly. The same way they trying to say that the Jews you see in Israel are the real Jews, and niggas in the West over here in America talking about now we the real Jews, and we can prove it. It's the same argument.
Yeah.
Although we create a gang and surpass that, we don't care about nationality and skin color, but we just dealing with documented history and unfolding the deceit, lies, and truth of history. That's it.
Well,
I mean, I don't hate Katazak because his skin white. I ain't got no problem with the nigga. I'm just using that to make my point.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So Mally, you ready for this nigga or what, man? You better decapitate this boy.
Hey man, I'm gonna put that boy in a blender. It's gonna sound like construction happening. Y'all can be like, damn, this shit sound like a boy. That boy I heard dropping cinder blocks. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's already game over. I don't give a fuck if Paul talk about circumcision. I don't give a fuck if Paul talking about something. Not eating meat. Bitch, you ain't from the fold.
Yeah. Once all that's understood, nigga, what is you even doing listening to this nigga? Especially based off the doctrine of the ISUPK. What the hell is you doing even listening to this nigga? You know what I mean? Like, y'all not supposed to be listening to no Edomites, period.
Exactly. And that's why I say hold them niggas. That's why I say deal with them niggas on nationality, because that's what they strong on. How many times we hear them niggas talk about, how many times we hear Captain Sarah talking about the white man is the devil? The Edomites are the devil. The Edomites this. The white man is the Edomite. The Edomites is the white man. How much do they stress that fact? So by when you fucking put that motherfucking, you start digging their chests out like a jar of Vaseline, showing that Paul is a motherfucking Edomite, nigga, game fucking over.
Nah, man, this game over. He already. I talked to him yesterday. I heard in his voice. You know what I mean? It's almost like he forced to come outside defend it because can't nobody else defend it. You know what I mean? And you know, he think he's slicker than Schnapp, but I'm gonna box him on in. That's easy work, guy. It's easy work. I boxed him on the phone yesterday, real smooth. You feel me?
That nigga boxed him deadly on the side. When you hit that nigga with that, he's trying to say something about, you know, Paul was something, and you was like, nigga, the brothers was the 12 disciples was already out preaching before Paul.
Yeah, nigga,
his word is irrelevant because the brothers was already out there preaching. I was like, nice.
Yeah, whatever else after that is irrelevant. That mean he was doing his own thing. That's it, and that's what I'm trying to get everybody to see. Paul did his own thing. The Messianic movement in that first century already was coordinated, organized, had leaders, had different ranks and all that, had initiation. And bro, they were so sophisticated they was minting their own coins because they knew they couldn't fight Rome while begging Rome for money. You know what I mean? They was burning down the debt records in Rome. That's why Nero kicked all the Jews or the Christians out of there. He burned down Rome and blamed it on the Christians. Well, those are the Messianic zealots who burnt down the debt records. Like, how we gonna be free if we in debt to these motherfuckers? So they burnt down it. So they was really fighting the zealots. The Messianic zealots was fighting a triangular war from Rome to Jerusalem to Alexandria. You know what I mean?
That's fair. And those are the same areas that season in Jerusalem.
Yeah, but the crazy part is to understand is that there was a triangular war going on in the heavens.
In the heavens, right? I thought about that earlier, Cal.
You already know. You know shit.
Yeah, with Luamong and them. Yeah.
That's Luamong. Really Luamong and Baal at that point, because Baal had Rome. Baal was Zeus at the time in Rome, and you know Luamong and Jabril had Egypt and Jerusalem. But you know what was cold-blooded when I presented earlier? How Antipater jumped shit.
I seen that. I was gonna holler at you about that.
Yeah,
man.
Let me pull that part back up because that's a good tactic to show. Like, that shit is in Paul's blood, nigga, to be a traitor, nigga, because your great-great-granddaddy Antipater was doing the same traitful shit. Let me see if I can pull that part up.
And that's why I've been thinking lately that Paul is Josephus. You know what I mean?
I told you, niggas.
Yeah,
I fucking told you.
I've been thinking that shit lately, bro. It's too much stuff that add up with him. Like, though he's doing the exact same thing, bro, that Paul was doing.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I think that's what my mind been at lately.
How only
Go
two niggas writing in the first century and both of them Roman and both of them claim to be Hebrews but writing in Greek? And it's only two niggas.
And got Roman citizenship and all type of. It's like, damn.
What Paul, matter of fact, let me pull up Paul and goddamn let me pull up the
Josephus look like a white boy. Pull Josephus up.
Josephus a white boy.
Who y'all saying the same? Paul, and Josephus?
Yeah, that's what I'm, man. Look, the more I study this.
Look at the time period. The nigga Flavius 37 AD, 100 AD, and Paul is 5 to 65. It's the same time period they in.
They contemporaries. They live during the same time.
Right.
And the deep actually though, it still could be that Josephus is writing, but he's backdating the story of Saul.
Yeah.
To the time.
This nigga talking about himself
right
and shit. This nigga.
Time of, Jesus.
Hold up. Do we got Saul's death?
Man, don't nobody got his death, man. That nigga basically went back to Rome and retired.
So you got so if the nigga playing Josephus, that means that nigga lived from six. Hold on, let me go to the map real quick. He lived from goddamn.
So
100 AD then if that's
so there ain't no proof of getting boiled in oil or hung upside down type shit.
No, that's Peter, and then you got the boiled in whatchamacallit with John. But Paul, there's a tradition that he went back to Rome and got beheaded by Nero, and as you keep reading, this nigga resurrected with a headless corpse, man. And so you start seeing this shit like, man, this shit made, but it was written like the 3rd century, so way after the fact. You feel me? So biblically speaking, Paul gets back to Rome and retires. You don't hear nothing else about it.
But Josephus in Rome.
That's what I'm saying. The nigga faked his death. Well, he probably even fake his death. The nigga probably just like you see Rome headquarters. He skies himself up like another nigga. Now he documenting and backstoring his own shit. That's you know what I mean. Just going off the topic of that.
Or Saul is his homie. Saul is his homie, and he's backdating his story into the time and life of Jesus all the way up to the fall of Rome and stuff. Because Paul got to exist past that. So Paul has to exist past the fall of Jerusalem. He has to exist damn near to the time of the Revelation.
But hey, facts.
The crazy part is
no, finish Cosmo, and I'm gonna go after. I'm gonna make this point with that betrayal of goddamn Antipater and shit.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the crazy part is Saul, Paul, Josephus, and Apollonius all disappeared from the historical record at the same time.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
There's some weird shit going on.
How we doing? How they doing?
Cause hey, you remember, hey Cosmo, you remember, and the names Lord God, T, and Son, all these became known under one nigga named Anuhasaj. So if that could be done among the angels, where you got one entity, one angel with multiple names and districts claiming to be this deity, only to find out that damn, this like Zeus, like Baal. Any mention of Zeus coming from the 3rd century down to Constantine, that's all fucking Baal, the same Canaanite Baal. But he's imposing that Zeus to the Greeks, to the Macedonians, and all them people over there. When you look at the movie 300, when them niggas was fighting in the water, and they was having a fighting in the boats, and the storm came and it fucked up the Persians, they couldn't do their thing. That was Zeus. That was Baal, the same Canaanite Baal who the goddamn Israelites was offering goat heads to, is now with Rome fucking with the Grecians. That's how beautiful your wasp is. It shows us that lineage. But check this though, coming back to that traitor Antipater. Look what it say. And Antipater at first sided with Pompey. And then it says Antipater shifted his alliance to Caesar. See that? See that? This nigga playing both sides of the fence.
Man, that's amazing. You put all that together this morning, bro. I seen you was on one, but I was like, dang.
Did you speak this morning?
Yeah, we was wrapping it. We chopped it up early this morning. You was like, man, bro, I'm up early going in on this first century stuff. I'm like, dang.
Hey, I bet if y'all keep connecting the dots, that somehow the Catholic Church pulls into that.
Oh, it's coming.
To this very day.
What's good, Bronze, man? What's good, my brother? Hey,
what's up, man?
Let me let y'all know the shirt I got, the Creative Gang. I want to shout out to my brother Bronze Yogi. You know what I mean? If y'all want to get your shirts, go online, buy them. They're a nice price. He gave me this one. You know what I'm saying? Got the Creative Gang, the creative symbol, circle and the cross and the leaf. You know what I mean? The ganja leaf dot for the eye. But shout out to Bronze Yogi, man. What's good, family?
Man, I'm up here on work at break.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, yo. That shit you dropped yesterday.
Had to chime in with y'all right quick.
Yeah, man. We know, you know what I'm saying? We beating up these false doctrines, these false gods, these false apostles. Malachi Maccabee about to put in that pain. You better hop on goddamn Sunday the next Wednesday and give Tazariak that work on a level of no other. You know what I mean?
You already know.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be easy work, man. I'm over here spicing it up now, bro. Like, I'm over here like, boy, y'all gave me 9 days to cook this nigga, man. It's over, man. Bro. I'm about to milk. Listen to me. I'm about to milk this boy.
Yeah, bro.
He used to being slicker than snot and bouncing around, but he don't know. I was
debate with Selah. You dig what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like shit, nigga. You ran like the shit I had to literally, cause Sa hit me in like towards the close date that the nigga switched up. So it was a plethora of shit I had to switch up. But the shit I had for that boy there. But that second round, I kind of left that the same. That's why I used his picture with the other niggas. But nonetheless, it affects all them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because all y'all niggas, that debate was for the whole house of Israel. Wake the fuck up, nigga. Come back to Creator. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah,
that's all that was.
Yeah, man. He straight ran. You know what I mean? But I heard in his voice he don't want like he realized he up shit's creek without a paddle. You know what I mean? Like he really do.
If he wants from you, bro, that's we gonna run that shit to the goddamn graveyard.
Yeah, I think his master made him come on outside the house. You dig what I'm talking about? His the guy who's sitting Peter's seat made him come on off the porch. You dig what I'm talking about? Because he got to defend that, especially when somebody using the Bible. If we got you coming with a sword and we bringing an AK with the old waspy, well then I understand you running and ducking. That I would even gear that smart to run from us. You dig what I'm talking about? Especially if you getting money for by duping people, and by statute laws and commandments of the biblical God. It'd be smart because we gonna just debunk your whole God. You know what I mean? You could suffer a loss to Mali because you're gonna lose.
Though, Cosmo. Here's the thing, though. It's not like it was a particular topic, nigga. We talking about which book is better. You talking about you have a chance to go from Genesis to Revelation to show that the Bible is superior to any other book. Case in point.
But you
know what I mean? So if you really stood on your square, you'd be like, nigga, that's easy work. The same how I feel. I'm like, nigga, we standing on Wasp from the book of Jehovah to the book of discipline, nigga. I'm gonna pull out some shit here to show you why Wasp is better than the Bible. Nigga, battle of the holy books, nigga ran.
Yeah, he ran and never even rescheduled ran. You know what I mean?
None of these niggas rescheduled.
None of them, bro. That shit's goofy. What is wrong with these cats, man?
Niggas playing without fucking time, man.
Bruh, this man is up shit's creek without a paddle. Like he about to get melted on every aspect of it. You feel me? And shit, once everybody see it like in action, see it's different when you can just talk or teach something. But when that pressure get on that boy, when he start realizing like, damn, he did just connect that dot and show that is what that's saying. Like when you arrive at that point within yourself, you start swallowing hard, stretching, stuttering, you know what I mean? Scratching, trying to wing your answer and all that. That's when he on the ropes then. You gonna hear down goes Frazier.
Hey, you had him on the ropes already.
Yeah,
on the ropes already, bro.
Had him on the ropes real easy, man. Because I already know these boys ain't studied none of this. You feel me? The elders ain't studied. They really don't got no time to study nothing else. You feel me? So he really done boxed his own self in. I wouldn't be surprised if he counted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
But see, like I say, we got to be strategic and we got to be tactical. That's why we got to cut the head off from the beginning. Because if you wiggle with this nigga, if you play wiggle room with this nigga, with the dietary law, he gonna run to Leviticus and go to the clean and unclean meat and say, "Look, nigga, damn, we was eating meat."
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But if you show,
yeah. But see, this is where we different because we not subjective. Because see, he's trying to say what he's trying to say is that the doctrine of circumcision is the same as the doctrine of uncircumcision. He's trying to say that don't eat meat sacrificed to devils or slaughtered improperly is the same as eat anything in the shambles and don't even think about it. He's trying to conflate the two. My thing is simply show the doctrine. Right. This is what Jesus said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what and this is what Paul said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hey, look what it says. Show the doctrine.
Look at wiggle room.
Look at this. This would be good to use here. Instead, Josephus explains that Antipater's family converted to Judaism during the forced conversion by the Sadducees' influence Herodian leader John Hyrcanus, 134, 104 BC. But look what it says. I'm going to just read the highlight. Be circumcised. No, matter of fact, I can't just read the highlight. I got to read the whole shit. Herodotus threatened that any Idumean, Edomite, who wished to maintain their land would need to be circumcised and entered into the tradition of the Jews. And then you go to Galatians 1:5, behold, I, Paul, say unto you that if ye be circumcised, Christ shall profit you nothing. What we talking about? Somebody following the law and somebody not.
Yeah.
Somebody lying.
Man, look, bro.
So John Hyrcanus is saying he's threatening these niggas. That's like James threatening Paul. Like, hey, nigga, if you're going to be part of this fold, you got to get circumcised to enter this tradition. That argument was going on 100 years before Paul.
Exactly. Because that's an initiation. It's like an initiation type. And the whole thing, what they were saying, like in Acts 15, was you don't have to be circumcised to join the movement initially, but eventually you will. That's why by the time it's time to write to Galatia, Paul is writing what he's writing in chapter 5. Like, I, Paul, say unto you, if you be circumcised, Christ will profit you nothing. He's writing in response to James and them writing to Galatia. Peter was already writing to Galatia. 1 Peter 1:1. Peter was already writing to the churches in Galatia. 1 Peter 1:1. To the churches in Galatia and Bithynia and all that. So the whole thing is you eventually have to get circumcised. Paul's understanding of it was like, the hell with it, it don't matter. And when it came down to the dietary law, it don't matter. I'm gonna show, bro, listen to me. I got some shit to show, bro. Y'all gonna be like, damn.
That argument right there, this actually confirms your argument.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if selling these niggas, I'm sure these niggas is adults. So is that how you pronounce it? Hyrcanus?
Hyrcanus.
Hyrcanus, yeah. So Hyrcanus, he threatened grown men Saying,
Mhm.
yo, nigga, you got to be circumcised in order to enter the tradition of the Jews. You think he's talking about children of 8 years old right there?
No, he's not.
He's
Exactly.
talking about niggas that's probably in their 40s.
Hey, make sure you share that doc with me because I'm
I
gonna
already
copy some
emailed
stuff.
it to you. I already
Okay,
emailed it
cool.
to you. I
Cool.
already
Yeah, I'm gonna take some things off that, man. Y'all gonna like me and Selah put together a strategy yesterday, boy. It's about to make boy listen to me. They about to be like, dang, like it's gonna be hard for them to even listen to him. They're gonna be like, bro, you straight defending.
It's over. Once you display what we talked about when you
Yeah.
show that, and now that we got an identity
Yeah,
and we can cross compare and make reference,
yeah,
then
yeah.
after that, it's smooth sailing for you, honestly.
After that, it's over. No matter what you talking about, then be like, look, now it's time to get into the let's show his teaching. You know what I mean? Let's show his hostility.
Man,
Easy
this
work.
shit gonna be embarrassing, my nigga, in a good way. You know what I mean? Because it's like that strategy is gonna be so devastating. It's like I just you know Sarnetta, he bad with it. He gonna put the camera on your face and shit. You know what I mean? When he feel like you taking an L.
Yeah.
So he did that on him. He did that when you was going at him. You caught him out on some point. The nigga Sarnetta put the screen right on the nigga like. Nigga had the disappointment look face and shit.
Hey, look, but I'm gonna get Cap out of his character. Y'all know me, I'm gonna turn up. I'm gonna turn up out the gate. I'm not matching his energy or nothing, nigga. I am the energy. Nigga, I'm coming out the gate blasting.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
don't fall for that smooth underhanded Dr. Strange ass doctrine. You dig what I'm talking about? We ain't falling for that fake nice guy shit. I'm still gonna punch your God.
You know what the beautiful thing is too?
Yeah.
These niggas don't really pay attention to it. So they, you know what I mean? Like we drop an ammunition that them niggas don't even know right now because they don't study us unless we on fire or nothing. But because if he go, I'm sure because they would go and check your page if it's a debate. So I'm sure he gonna go through your page and see the body of literature, and he gonna click play.
Selah, listen to me. It's over 110 Nazarene editions on honor and humility, bro. That's an average of 400 hours of teaching over this. I done put together a whole college course curriculum dealing with, but listen to me, they don't have enough time nor patience, you know what I mean, to study all that. And even if you did, you gonna realize, damn, I ain't got shit for you. You know what I mean?
You know what though? You just said something very key. I ain't gonna lie, because the way you when I listen to you speak, it's like I'm in school, like for real, like I'm in school. It's like I gotta if I gotta take notes, I gotta write down. Like that's the atmosphere how you teach. That's why I gotta rewatch a lot of time when you teach because you in depth with your shit. It ain't no surface level shit. But you definitely can create a curriculum, man. Like create a starting point, a midpoint, and you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Like, that's some college course shit you'll be speaking, and the way you know it, you know what I mean. Like for the newcomers who may not be as savvy, you could be like, all right, well, this is where it all began, right here. This is where it started at.
Right.
This is how this trend. You know what I mean? This is however the curriculum go. But Brian Gare, the other Critic Gang brother, you know, he a teacher, and he says he know how to create curriculums. So I'm sure he would mind. You know what I mean? Yeah, he told me that per se.
Okay.
Yeah,
man. So it's 400 hours, over 400 hours of teaching on the topic, bro. And bro, they not nowhere near ready for it. They all spent their time ignoring. I called majority of them out like 3 years ago. You know what I mean? And just kept firing since everybody thought it was like a game or I will run out of gas or something. I'm like, man, look, y'all don't even know how much information I'm looking at over here, bro. This shit is
so when you called them out at that time, was there a particular topic you called them out on?
I just letting them know that the Bible got contradictions in it and you shouldn't be out here like putting all your eggs in one basket. You know what I mean? And I told them I can prove it. If you think it's a game, I can prove it. You feel me? And I started calling certain cats out by name because they had the nerve to have my name in their mouth. So I was like, I call all y'all to the flow. If y'all don't show up, y'all cowards. You know what I mean? And nobody showed. Yeah, nobody showed. You know what I mean? So nah, man, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. He's outmatched in every way, intellect, and he don't got that fire like I got it. Like I bring fire to the table. You feel me? I'm gonna turn up. I'm sarcastic. I make your ass laugh and all that extra shit.
You are oil slick. So look, yo, when you said that one, I was like, yo, that was slick right there.
Yeah, like we know you slick it, man. You a snake oil salesman. You slick with it. So we know you. That's what I'm trying to tell him. Like I ain't with you getting no last word off at all. No, nigga, you finna get that off and slide off like you won something. No, you dig. But man, look, make sure y'all tap in. It's gonna be monumentous. Of course, the creator is undefeated. You know what I mean? Something that we gotta cross back over just to holler at some of our people that's vibrating low. You dig? Because our whole job is to deliver our people out of hell anyway. So at times those that's higher up gotta come holler at those that's lower. You know what I mean? Just to raise them. And that's what that's all about, man. Tazaryak is a very famous Israelite. To some people, he's very like top notch and all that. I mean, the bro been around a minute. He been doing his thing. To me, it's light work though. It's nothing. You know what I mean? He ain't been around longer than me.
Let me tell you something. We've been around longer than these niggas.
Yeah, I remember when Tazaryak came into Israel.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
They just popular because you know they part of an organization. But as far as information and scripture and
Nah, he ain't talking about he don't want no smoke at all, man. You know what I mean? He'll find out once I set it off next Wednesday. He gonna be like, damn. You know what I mean?
Right in the back
I
chat,
got a feeling he not gonna show. I got a feeling he gonna duck this.
Don't fuck it up, Cosmo. Come on, Cosmo.
Hey, look, I do too, man. I do too. If he and on the real, if he knew what was best for him, he'd be trying to look for a way out and make some type of excuse.
If he go back and look at that conversation that you had, if you just go back a day, ain't doing nothing, and just actually watch and listen to the presentation or listen to the discourse between you two, yeah, that's something to think about. Because now this nigga mentioning sources and books and Clement this and this nigga that, the 3rd century Father Church book this. You got to go research all the books to even comprehend, to even do a good rebuttal.
Yeah, you can't.
Go ahead, bro.
No, I'm saying it's too much to get around. That's all I was saying. Like, can't get around that.
What you say, Cosmo?
I suggest he actually go and study. I suggest you actually go look at what you about to get into, boy, because you about to get whooped.
Hey.
You about to get drugged like a pit bull on a cat.
Facts.
You about to get drugged around, and you supposed to. We not supposed to take it easy on you. You dig what I'm talking about? You a man like we a men, like we. You get the ups, you supposed to get down. We just always know we got the ups, so we just gonna keep punching you. You dig what I'm talking about? And cutting you, and watch you holler while we cut your guard. You dig what I'm talking about? My thing is, if he was smart, first of all, you can't debate anything we brought up. No source can you debate. First of all, you don't know about them. Secondly, you can't debate the historical truth of them. Many of these sources predate your Bible. Predate Paul stepping onto the scene. Predate Jesus. You did what I'm talking about. So
but see, this the thing with son. He's not gonna go outside the Bible. He's gonna get all the verses of Paul that's gonna coincide with what Jesus is saying, and maybe reference some verses in the law with Moses or whatever. That's why if y'all have a discussion on the meat, he's gonna run to Leviticus and go through those uncleans and meat and stain that was ordained by Moses through the priest of Aaron. He gonna run that. But
I'm waiting
as we spoke, if we start off with how we spoke, relevant. Let him talk because nigga, that don't count. That don't count for him. But as an argument to that, the discrepancy will be like, one way is, all right, well, yeah, you could say that the meats and unclean was given through the Leviticus priesthood, then you'll have to attack the God to override that. You have to attack the God to show that the God is false, to show that the priesthood is false, and it's making it non and void. But in Genesis, with the Noah's time, when Noah said, nigga, the fruit's supposed to be your diet, that's the oldest and the first dietary law. That came first, prior to the meat. So he got to be held accountable. Like, which one is it? You can't say God changed his mind, nigga.
Yeah, because he don't believe that. He believe that God don't change. Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Well,
I got him on
God,
that. The beautiful thing about it is, even if we play on the premise of him going to Leviticus 11 and Deuteronomy 14, all that is predicated on it being properly slaughtered, and they ain't doing that shit. So if it ain't, if the lamb, the goat, the chicken, if it ain't slaughtered properly, it's just like you ate a swine sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like you ate some chitlins. You know what I mean?
But the fact that the dietary law is different from the dietary law given to Adam proves the contradictory cut, and that your God is false and contradictory right there, because they contradict the dietary law given in Genesis.
Exactly.
Now, and we got to nuzzle in on that, because if you do go to the dietary law, the Leviticus law with the unclean, you definitely got to rebut them with that, would predate the Mosaic law, and show a discrepancy of God telling you that, nigga, you supposed to be a vegetarian, now he want you to eat flesh and blood, and then we know the unhealthiness of that. But then the real catcher is this, though. Because if it gets to the point where we got to get to that point with the dietary law, because you can cut that kind of short and go to other shit, but if that shit drags on,
you don't even got to show that. You don't even got to go there. That's a waste of time. To show that the law is different, all you got to do is show the law.
But he may bring it up because they already had a discussion, or they already had a discussion on the meat and the circumcision, so that definitely may come up in the debate. But
no, he's going to bring it up.
Right, but I'm somebody as a rebuttal.
Gonna bring it up.
As a rebuttal to that. In order to rebuttal to that, that's where the point of attacking the God will have to come into play. Because if we go to Leviticus and try to say, well, look, we was commanded to eat clean and unclean meat, we'll have to attack the God and say that was a false God. We have to do that. That's the only way. And we could prove that because, I already got the doc on that anyway, where I showed how the priesthood came from the Canaanites. So that and then we got Amos saying that you bore the tabernacle of Moloch for 40 years in the wilderness, and then you got Jeremiah saying, I never commanded you for burnt offerings and sacrifice. So those will coincide and back Mally's point if he decides to say, look, that priesthood that was given us wasn't given us to the Creator. You got prophets backing it, and then we got evidence that Baalim and the Baal was orchestrating sacrifices to them gods.
Yeah, and the proof that them niggas praised them is Leviticus 17.
Really, the whole Leviticus, because even from Leviticus 1 starts off with the burnt offering. So if you show
but what I'm saying is to prove that the doctrine was not given, you dig what I'm talking about, by the Creator, and that who y'all praised is actually a demon. 17:7. It knocks out both tenses. You did what I'm talking about. You don't gotta show it false if we already know he is a demon.
Right, but we gotta show that.
You did what I'm talking about. They follow the demon doctrine. You did what I'm talking about. And I see in 2024, I got to start some shit. That's what I'm seeing. I can't even.
And then the significant. You know what I mean? Like if Mally was talking about how sacrificing meat to idols, that'll be Leviticus too. That's all Leviticus, because you're sacrificing a meat to a deity, because that's not the Creator. You talk about you slaughtering a lamb, you slaughtering an ox before the Lord for the tabernacle.
Right, and then the God come back and say, "I didn't tell y'all to do that."
that's where he gonna get stuck at if he try to run the dietary law. Niggas got to nip that in the bud. But like you say, Cosmo, you ain't even got to bring that up. You could just go right into the more laws that'll probably be more hit, because you got to keep in mind we dealing with pre-Paul too. We dealing with Paul before he had the conversion. So we could pull out all the verses when Paul was persecuting the Israelites, showing nigga that's contrary to the law, nigga. We ain't talking about we ain't talking post-Damascus. We talking about pre-Damascus. And pre-Damascus, he was playing slave master to Israel. And we could go through the laws where it say like, thou shalt not covenant thy neighbor. You know what I mean? Thou shalt not take what's another. Thou shalt not steal. And that's exactly what Paul was doing pre-Damascus. Nigga, we could go a list. We could run down the 10 Commandments and goddamn show Paul break over the last one of them motherfuckers pre-Damascus. Running up in niggas' crib, bounding them, thou shalt not steal.
Shit, he broke some of them after he was
Man, that nigga was out the whole way
afterwards too.
Damn right, cursing niggas, to castration, all type of crazy shit. Condemn them and say, if we or an angel teach anything different, count them a curse, nigga. Damn. You know what I mean?
This nigga tried to kill James. That's after he turned into Paul.
That shit crazy.
Yeah, that nigga tried to kill James and them after he became Paul. He was still a murderer. And the only reason he didn't kill James is because he thought he already killed him. He just didn't go finish him off. He thought he did. That's the only reason he didn't kill
James. Broke his legs. Yep, I'm gonna put all that in there. Broke his legs and all type of shit.
Hold on, say what now?
Yeah.
Now it's in the Nazarene Acts. It go into how that nigga Paul came through and tried to kill James. He threw him down a flight of steps and broke his legs. His legs was broke. He thought he was down at the bottom of them steps for dead, and he thought he was dead type. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, that's crazy. Yep, straight Paul, man.
Phone disconnected.
Yep.
Yeah, straight Paul. So it's gonna be real easy, man. Like it's already basically done. I'm just reordering and reshuffling a few things, adding a few things there. I'm the wrong brother to get 9 days to cook somebody though. You did, cause man, listen to me. It's gonna be marvelous. It's gonna be marvelous, and once again, the Creator's undefeated. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's it.
The beautiful thing is like once we show like nigga, we got the first century covered with the Pauline conspiracy. You know what I mean? If you want to go back to the Old Testament, deal with the Leviticus law. We got that we got the whole God concept locked down biblically to the point where these niggas can't win if they take a conversation about the books. As far as creator and God, nigga, they don't have that. They don't have creator.
Nah, man.
So it's like every time I get a chance to talk about the Bible, I'm talking about nigga, y'all worship a deity. And they're gonna spend as much time trying to prove that they're not, and we're gonna show them right in the book that there is, and then come back and show watch me showing there's a creator.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. Easy work, man. But nah, man, that was top flight what you did on the fly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was top flight, bro. So the Flavians, all them, the Flavians, the what's the dynasty before them? The Augustine, who was that before them? All the way from Julius Caesar up to Nero, the Judeo-Claudian dynasty. Yeah, so you got the Flavians and the Judeo-Claudian dynasty and all that, man, bro. You connected them all the way back to the Ptolemies.
Yeah,
dang, that shit crazy.
And then you remember Mattress Back Bernice.
Yeah,
go back to the Ptolemaic rulers, and then you find her up in the goddamn Herodian lineage.
Yeah, and she go all the way back to the Macedonians, Bernice. I'm like, dang, she was the third and shit. Dang.
Right. And like you say, that's a third. Because when I was doing that presentation, I seen the first and the second Bernice, but I was like, oh shit, they got a Bernice. The only reason I used that last one because it was closer to where I was trying to get to. But I'm like, let me just goddamn, they got a third Bernice right there and shit. That's crazy. Yeah, this shit deep, money. And then, like you say, we got to get on Philo head because you said Philo came with the goddamn logos.
He did. It actually was a cat way before him, but he's the one quoted for it during the first century.
So the writers of the writers of the Gospel of John, when it was like in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. The same was in the beginning with God. Those writers were influenced by Philo. When you look up the word in Greek, is logos. Philo is responsible for all that. Philo said the logos is basically God's son, at the right hand of God, God's agent that he uses to create logos. I was like, damn, that's crazy. What's by dude? They was influenced. They was heavily influenced by Philo, and Philo was a Platonist. He was heavy into Plato, even though he was an Israelite. You know what I mean? He was into Plato, called Plato the most holy, and said that Plato's source was actually Moses. I say, wow, bro. So Philo was the one responsible. He an Israelite, but he's an Alexander. That was the family that Rome had collecting taxes for them in Egypt. Like they had the Herods collecting taxes in Judea. They had the Alexanders doing that shit in Alexandria in Egypt. You know what I mean? And he was heavily influenced by Greek mythology. So he was the one that introduced the Greek way of thinking into Israel. Philo. He broke down the logos. He did all that. So when you get John 1:1, you know what I mean? That's the only place any of them can go, because we got to hold them to law. Where does it say in the law or in the Torah that Jesus created the heavens and the earth?
Right.
You know what I mean? When did the apostles teach that?
Right. Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Now, the only place they could possibly try to go is John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word, but that's vague. It don't say Jesus created the heavens and the earth. It don't say, but that's where somebody could say, like, see, the Word that was made flesh is Jesus, and he was in the beginning with God creating. You see what I'm saying? But once you understand nigga, and it's right on the Blue Letter Bible. When you go in there and click on Word, you're gonna say logos, and then scroll to the bottom. It's gonna give you the history of it.
Hold up, nigga. We may have to do that real quick.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
What verse? What's the John what?
John 1:1. Go to John 1:1.
Okay.
Yeah. Now go. You know how you go click on the Strongs and then click on Word. Yeah. Zoom in, go to Word. Click on Word. Yeah. What that deal say, boy?
Logos.
Now scroll all the way down. It's gonna give you like an origin, speech, all that. Keep going. Okay. That's as far as it go. Look at that. Look right there. You see it. Look right there. It says note. It says a Greek philosopher right there. Additional information from the outline. No, the Greek philosopher named Heraclitus first used the term logos around 600 BC to designate the divine reason or plan which coordinates a changing universe. Cambridge Dictionary of Philosophy, 2nd edition. Ain't that some
you did
shit?
say somebody had it before. You did say that too.
Yeah, see.
So man, that shit was 600 in the 600. They came on that. Hold on, hold up. Let me go back to the nigga real quick. Fuck that. What's his name?
Heraclitus. Going down.
I'm all excited going on fast and shit. All right, there you go, right there. Let's goddamn see what this nigga is talking about.
That's crazy how they got that right on there like that.
No, that's why I say, yo, it ain't really no excuses nowadays not to goddamn know this shit. It's like they got everything right here at the fingertips.
That ain't Uncle Rufus. That's another white man.
Was a Greek pre-Socrates philosopher from the city of Ephesus.
Wow, Ephesus.
Ephesus, yeah, which was then part of the Persian Empire.
He wrote a single work, only fragments.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna try to see where they got them mention the logo at in this joint.
Yeah. See what's up, you know what I mean? And then when you look up Philo after that, and you'll see Philo was the one that kind of like made it popular, kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, all this shit is interesting, man. Like you say, cats got to goddamn, like, these brews got to get more well read, man. Outside of just chapter and verse. I mean, that's why I like that one series you was doing, yo. That shit was so dope, yo. The one you did, history versus literature.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, right there, logos.
Yeah.
That shit was so dope, yo. The one you did, history versus literature. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, there you go, right there, logos.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, right there, logos. 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 Oh, there you go, That history verse literature, yo, I was like, yo, that's a last motherfucking concept. All right, logos, a fundamental concept for how you pronounce the nigga name again?
Man, I think it's Heraclitus.
The fundamental concepts of Heraclitus is logos, an ancient Greek word literally meaning word, speech, discourse, or meaning, but with wide variety of other usages, such as that Heraclitus might have different meaning of the word for each usage in his book. So there you go, though. Nonetheless.
Yeah, man. Like them cats right there. He the one that kicked it off, and then you got Philo that made that is the one that introduced it into like Hebrew thought. You feel me?
Philo now. What Philo is?
Yeah, look at Philo and the logos. I got a video too. That's like 16 minutes. Dude broke that shit down, bro. I was like, dang. I'm talking about put it right in your face. Like Philo, the one that really invented all this. Like, dang, really?
Yeah, that's what I say. Like you say, because when he had it in the first century, then he would have coined it and introduced it into the text.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
And don't forget, he followed Plato.
Right. So
and
you gotta go back and check Plato and shit.
Yeah, all these are Greek philosophers. Big, and then Philo, the one introduced the Greek way of art. And anybody got the first and second editions of the Old Testament pseudepigrapha, you'll see Philo works is right in there, and it says Greek Hellenistic works of Philo right in the table of contents.
We talking about in the New Testament?
The Old Testament pseudepigraphas, volume 1 and volume 2.
Okay.
If anybody got those, Philo's works are in there, and they're quoted as Greek works. The Greek Hellenistic works of Philo, man. I say, dang. Logos. What it say, Selah?
Philo also treated the divine powers of God as a single independent being or demiurge, which he designated logos.
See, so that's why they think that's Jesus. In the beginning was the word, but the word is logos. Philo during the first century, look what he's doing. He's designating a single independent being as this logos.
And then it says Philo's concept of the logos is influenced by Heraclitus. Conception of the divine logos, which calls the various objects into existence by the combination of contrast, as well as the style characterization of the logos as the active and vivifying power.
Hey man, they talking about the vortex and don't even know it, man.
Right, exactly.
That shit sound like vortex here. You know what I mean? That shit crazy.
Fire, yeah, but yeah, that is wild though, bro.
Yeah,
a lot of this shit is when you check the history, it's like, damn, these niggas really compiled this shit together over the course of time and got today. It's like it's so well put together that niggas ain't even checking the history. They just believe in the book.
They just believe in it. You ain't really looking down into it. And the scary part is right in your face. And it be on like a lot of the sources, the apps. Like if you go back to that Blue Letter Bible and go to any verse and scroll all the way down to the bottom, it tell you who has exclusive rights to the KJV. You know what I mean? And it's not Bantu Negroes from the Congo. You know what I mean? I'm saying like a lot of this stuff be right there in your face. You just don't look at it, man. You know what I mean?
Just ignoring it and just go straight to the words and shit.
Yeah, and then and thinking you doing something. It's like, nah, bro. Like we all been victims of these translators. Exactly. We all have. We really don't know. You don't know the ecumenical councils they done had, how many revisions, how many people been killed, murdered, how many works been burnt up, all because it's a different point of view and all that. You know what I mean? So in order for Bible to arrive in this condition as you have it today, it got a lot of blood on it, man. It's a lot of blood on it. You feel me? So we in the age now to where you got, you know, man, you basically got a supercomputer on your waist in your pocket, your cell phone. Like you in the age where there's no excuse to be ignorant about nothing.
Exactly.
You feel me? You got no excuse for it, man. So all we gotta do is just be real. That's what I love about Creative Game. We gonna keep it real first. Exactly. Like, nah, bro, that shit do say that. Like, damn, all right. You feel me? Like we gonna keep it real first, and that way we can grow and move past this bullshit. But as long as we tiptoeing through the damn tulips, acting like we ain't seen that bomb go off, or that elephant in the corner over there, then we gonna keep playing around, man, chasing our tails.
Right.
So that's all, man. But nah, bro, it's gonna be marvelous work. I'm gonna go ahead and school that boy. I'm gonna school
So
him.
how many rounds y'all getting?
It's supposed to be 3 rounds. I'm waiting on Sai to hit me back. That's the only thing we didn't agree on. I was like, man, we forgot to agree on how long the rounds are. So, you know, I'm shooting for 15 minutes, nothing less.
15, yo, fuck that.
You know what I mean? And if he want to tap out at 10 minutes, let him tap out. And be like, I concede the rest of my time. I'm gonna keep firing.
Because I know when I first had it, when he told me about the debate, nigga, I was up at night, bruh. This is before he told me the time period. Nigga, my shit was like, but it was all just crushing shit. It was just like, bruh.
Yeah.
This nigga give me, because I had wrote it for maybe 20 minutes. 3 rounds of 20 minutes. I had wrote the shit like that. So when he told me 10, I erased a lot of shit, bro. A lot of shit just to compress it down to 10 minutes, man. But like you said, and then when we spoke on a while back, and we was like, yo, we need to start doing presentation for presentation, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's illa.
That's what I'd rather do. I'd rather do presentation. You slow it down and just, let brother put together an hour presentation.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if you got 3 15-minute rounds, it's 45 minutes. Right. You know what I mean? Might as well just let the brother do an hour spiel. Let him go ahead and spiel.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then let the next cat do his and then open it up. That's 2 hours. And then you can open it and let them question each other and then open that shit up, man. Like, I think that's better than going back and forth for like quick 15 minutes, 15. No, let's see how long that bookshelf is for real. You know what I mean? Nigga, it's different when you gotta hold everybody attention for a whole hour. You know what I mean?
And then when you look at how they do these debates, like these colleges, you know what I mean? These scholars, man, them niggas do about 45 to an hour minute presentation. And one motherfucker had like a 30-minute opening.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, man. That's just the opening. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and slide up out of here, bro. You already know, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna push up myself, yo.
We be in the back chats chopping it up a little bit, but yeah, I'm already cooking together. I'm slow cooking this masterpiece right now, bro. And hey, y'all gonna be proud. Y'all gonna be like, damn. That boy melted. That boy. Real easy too. Really
easy work. Yeah.
Do that nigga like Seer did that false ass guy, blew right past his security. And overthrew his throne, nigga.
Exactly. Nigga, what's good, nigga? Ain't even knock at the door.
I'll pull it right up. Right. But all right, King. Salute. Credit gang. You already know. FGK, false god killers. Y'all already know. You bring them
all day, King. We gonna see you in the chat. We'll chop it up.
Yeah, well, no doubt. One.
You know what I mean? Peace to the righteous God. It's my brother Malachi Maccabee on the 1 and 2. So yeah, you know what I mean? So today, the lesson of the day was showing and proving how the Romans gave citizenship to the Herodians, or specifically, Julius Caesar gave Antipater free citizenship, free from paying taxes, and installed him as ruler over Judea because Antipater helped Julius Caesar when he was besieging Alexander in 47 BC. And that's when you come to the first century, you see Paul with all this Roman freedom and Roman citizenship. I'm a freeborn Roman because of his ancestors being them Herodians. And with that, your boy Selah Shalom is out of here, family. Until next time, but make sure to get your bitters, of course. Let's run it.
Bitter Sweet Herbals, where the taste is bitter, but the results are sweet. BittersweetHerbals.com.
Run the rhythm.
Bitter Sweet Herbals, where the taste is bitter, but the results are sweet. BittersweetHerbals.com.
We out of here, family. We out of here, family. Until next time, your boy Selah Shalom is out. It's the blood fight. out of here.